having right now. He's always been so good on this map. I think especially when he is playing that Raze, the way he's pathing into these sites, he does such a great job of isolating those site anchors and providing a ton of value for his team here.
This is the other thing though, Heretics, they took down Gen G on this map. Would you like to see them do the Astra Yoru stuff again, or maybe, you know, revert back to what they were doing before?
I think you get away from the Yoru. It was a really nice answer to the Cypher, but they, you know, like, you can play so much faster with other comps, and I'd love to see him speed it up and get a little more scrappy.
Do you think that's what they need to do against EDG, just speed things up and maybe disrupt their tempo a little bit?
Yeah, I think Bind is all about team fights, just less about individual confidence and just team fighting with utility, which I think Heretics are incredible at, so I think if they lean into it, they'll have it.
Yeah, it did surprise me a little bit that I felt like when EDG slowed the game down, they looked actually quite a bit better than Team Heretics when it came down to that mid-round situation. But you're absolutely right that they have been defined by the team fighting for Team Heretics, but that has also been the MO for EDG in the past. But I feel like that's not true to the same extent with this current team. We have seen some of the moments where they're in those team fights, it gets a little bit sloppier. It doesn't feel like the coordination between the players is quite as perfect as Team Heretics just shown this event.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever they have installed, it has to be good, it has to be clean, because right now, Kukuko, it feels like all the momentum, the confidence are on the side of EDG.
Oh yeah, totally. Like first map, yeah, Heretics started off super strong, but they bounced back in incredible fashion in something that was their home ground. If there was some preparation, and Heretics is to keep their composition, we can expect this from EDG again. Also the confidence, so many individual plays, so many 4Ks, aces that we're seeing from their side, makes you feel like every single round is winnable. And against the team, getting that feeling against the teams like with Heretics with so many individual stars makes you a winner.
After losing those 2 maps in a row now, after having a great early lead to the series for Team Heretics, what do you think the conversation is like with their coach right now to bring them back into this final?
I mean, you get to walk away going, look, we lost on their pick. We have time to reset this. Probably throw a little strategy talk of how you can surprise them on Bind a bit. And at this point, I think as a coach, it's nice because you can just call on the players and empower them by saying you've already had experience on these stages, because they have, right? They've been, you know, they played in a grand final in Shanghai, so they ought to know what they're doing here.
But it's really important for them to close out, because if they don't, it's another second place finish. 3 already this year. A heartbreaking way to end it in Shanghai, twice in EMEA. They can't let that be the way their year ends.
Yeah, but if you think about it, the longer the match prolongs, the hardest it becomes from Heretics. It looks like they lose that kind of steam. We can also think about the amount of matches, the amount of rounds that Heretics has played just in this tournament is outrageous. EDG has had an easier way here. It's not that they didn't fight it, but doing it through the upper bracket, getting those breaks, getting the wins against the teams that you already know you're comfortable against, makes a big difference.
Yeah, it does indeed. And of course, this is EDG's first ever global best of 5 as well. We don't have any info when it comes to their stamina, how they're going to handle when things get a little bit later. But as we take a look at the agent select, let's see, Kaplan, if Heretics have changed from the Astra Yoru, and they have.
Yeah, it looks like they went back to their tried and true. I mean, they're so comfortable with Gecko. Like I said, very, very brawly map. You know, I think they you know, they're definitely, they should feel like, oh, we can pilot the meta comp better than the other team. Let's do it.
They absolutely look like they could. It's been great in the past. I think the biggest question is, did EDG see this coming? Were they prepping for the Yoru instead? And does it even matter? Because EDG is a team that once they get that confidence, once these players are standing up, yelling, winning those clutch rounds, they feed off that so well. And it does feel like they're set up here for a chance to win that trophy on Bind.
Well, this could potentially be the last map we see in this grand final. So Kaplan, please do us the honors and toss it over to Bren and Saisho.
All right, Josh, Bren, I just want at least 1 Jayo each from you this cast. No matter who you're rooting for. A couple Jayos and I'm happy. Take it away.
Listen, that's putting me on the spot with Mandarin. Josh, take it away.
Kaplan, Jayo! There you go.
Yeah,
I'll root for you.
Excellent, excellent.
Now,
listen.
what a potential final map we have here if EDG are able to close it out, and another spot where Heretics have to dig deep to push it further. I love that the desk was bringing up Heretics BO5 win rates this year. They've only won 2 out of 6 best of 5s that they've been in so far. They've lost 3 of them domestically. They've lost 1 of them in the grand finals of Shanghai. Those are learning moments, but they can't let it slip from them again. Not to a team where it's their first ever time in a spot like this.
EDG are on the cusp. They've already made history for China, for themselves, with a minimum finish. They're looking to carve their place in the history books by being champ winners here. Benji instantly answers.
One enemy remaining.
Flood defense comes up with the goods. A plant down for Kang to play around, but smoked off. His team was picked apart. Methodical was the nature. And Heretics now can stick this one. Peace of mind here.
Yeah, there's no way.
There's no chance for Kang. Pissed around for Heretics. That's what they need.
Kang's going to save the armor here, actually. A pretty unusual situation for him to be in. But they already got the plant down, so he doesn't get punished in terms of the money. A lovely play there with the Dizzy. That's actually really similar to the way that you're going to see nobody defending when EDG are on the defense side. Benji swings through, able to shut things down.
Planted. One enemy remaining.
I think Heretics should be feeling comfortable here. This is a map that they can turn it around on. But EDG have got some dangerous looks. Chichu's pretty aggressive in the way that he controls towards A short. And they like pressuring over towards Showers and B long. Tend to fight in those kind of areas with a lot of utility coming through from Simon.
I send it flying forwards here, but it's a season and A. The combo works to perfection.
It's just perfect.
Yeah, age-old that it is. Attempt to shore up. Take a Showers as well. Chichu swings in from the side here. In through the smoke is Smoggy. There's danger lurking, but as long as Boo holds his nerve, should be able to find it. And yes, indeed he does. So
Even spotted out the final player there.
yeah, Chichu low enough as well that the chances have dwindled to almost naught, and now finally there. So crossing over the line once more. Another round for Heretics. It's 2 in a row with 4 players alive. You can keep it healthy heading into the bonus.
This is another map as well, actually, where I'm going to be taking a look at Miniboo. He received so much praise, and I think a lot of the community is starting to change their mind about their perception of how good he is, to giving him that credit. But he has yet to really come online in this grand final.
One enemy
His performance in the group stage was a little dim. Playoffs, he's been playing fantastically. A massive improvement, like 30% better in playoffs, generally speaking. But I'm waiting for him to have that level of impact.
Oh, the punish. Stimmied up, speed boosted onto the line. They knew that Rians was going to be making a play for that when the smoke was in their faces.
Nice idea from EDG.
Yeah. Removes one of the pieces of util, the tools that Dizzy did would otherwise get them that acknowledgement up through B long. Now there's a horn of their own. EDG might be trying to take some space up and over. Still a smoke in their faces. A season and A that's just about dodge, sidestep.
They can go through the teleport here. If Benji ends up taking down Chishu, expect to see that TP over towards A, and then it really is on Miniboo with Spectre and Nade.
Yep, has not been given up.
EDG staying flexible in this spot, but without any Showers, you know, control or information, it is a gamble to go through that teleporter. That's why I'm saying I think they'll only do it as a last resort. Benji is looking for this fight, though. He is posted really aggressively inside hookah.
Feeling like he needs to step up to it. Side swing, it's traded. The boost still there. Knock at the front door here. TP immediately. It's going to be cleaning up Chichu. Dropped him 20 seconds.
Smoggy has to leave.
Yeah, that's a TP.
And now these two players are scattered.
Kang trying to catch that. He does. Rotations. No safety available, not for Boo. Trying to get a run on, trying to see if they can play this timing well, but already plan is down for Smoggy. Retreats to a bit of safety, back into Showers. Kang crossfire. Setup is available all the way up in heaven. Onto the wire, tap already. Bullet to the back. Miniboo down. And Woot left to do it all. Stray bullets running out. Nothing else to work with, but the sidearm, and still finds that one. Still reload. Time enough for it. The time is ticking. Thoroughly against him. Smoggy spraying. Spam not on time. I mean, Woot 38. 7 bullets. Run down. Pistol in hand. Smoggy.
That's a round that very easily could have gone the way of Heretics, though, and converted the bonus. It took everything from EDG there. Even after getting the opening kill.
30 seconds.
They needed Kangkong to be able to win that duel against Boo. If Kangkong had not been able to pick that up, I don't think they have a chance. There's the reaction as Kangkong got killed by the Ghost. Masticating furiously.
Top of the orb. Kangkong's trying to punish. Disrespected. Miniboo, he's grabbed it. He's out of there.
And Boo, the danger man from the previous round, who was anchoring B, has now made his way into Lamps. And this is a spot that he's going to have to be cautious as the orb drops, but could backstab.
Oh, EDG contacted all the way. Not enough to get the kill there. Bullets flying forwards from Boo. Look at the answer. Testing the defense a little bit. EDG in through A short, spam and sprayed. An attempt to deny that plan from coming down, but EDG get that extension that they were looking for. Tripled up. Lamps is a hot commodity.
Rien still has full util. Mosh into Lamps here would clear that out.
Rumbot sees it, spots it. Miniboo just taking the peek anyway. Mosh over the top, doesn't clear it out. Slightest of angles to play into, and that window of opportunity is seized. Chichu in through the back, sidestep again. Benji meeting him pound for pound. But it's a 2v3. And the hourglass is running dry. It's a tap from Woot. He wants to force them out into the open. But no easy access to any of these players. Benji wrapping all the way around. He knows the only option is to run.
Heretics fumble that retake a little, in my opinion. The normal Mosh position would cover all of the interior of Lamps. The Mosh that was thrown there, it ends up going mostly over towards the kind of entrance to Lamps, which doesn't clear out those positions inside thoroughly enough. Heretics now pushed down onto a bad buy. Benji's one holdover weapon, really the only thing they have to work around. Are they going to try a sand crunch? Rien's Dizzy lineup would seem to suggest that.
Right there.
King's wrapping around.
Miniboo, I think, is trying to stay flexible. He can commit short or through sand.
They're going to use the thrash here on EDG's side of things. Clears most of the way. Retreat back, get some control over towards B long. Miniboo through the TP. Must have got a tag for him to make a play like that. They want to run them down. Where they stand, Simon.
Crash is ready.
Gonna be scratching his head at that one.
Miniboo was looking to take a timing because he couldn't stay short for that long. But Kangkong's taken one of his own. He slipped into this cubby on B site in front of the Viper wall, and now he can play the rest of his team in.
All over the place! Dizzy! Combines the might, augmented with the showstopper. And Heretics, there's danger lurking around every corner with his squad. That's beauty.
And I was asking when we might see Miniboo have a big play, step up, really feel the tempo of the game. And I think this is the round you point to. He's controlling short with the nade and his Sheriff, takes a timing to go through that TP, and then whips it out of hookah. Cranking his crosshair 90.
Deep breaths.
And Team Heretics are now building up to massive ults as well. There is a potential here for Kangkong to get his online, and maybe that is incentivizing EDG to go and take some showers control. It looks like Miniboo might want to fight, but normally you'd expect him to be doubled up with somebody if indeed he wanted to really fight aggro. This is
again. No way, he thought the path was clear, Miniboo. There's no way you escape. He does not at that.
And then the Thrash comes through to try to showers crunch, but they're not set up for it, and it was too late to bail him out. It's a disaster for Heretics.
No connection, a wasted ult.
Hiding from that boom bot, Ren, just gave EDG the most enormous advantage in the round. And now Heretics forced to take risks. And with the info that plenty of players were showers, they've pushed out B, pushed out Fountain, the fight happening in Cave.
There's a brawl skirmish to take place. Kang just the one and gets out, dropped down to 1 HP, still lucky to be alive. Benji Fishy, it's your time to shine. Up and past, but the Prowler latching, has to break it, drops down to Snakebite. He's worried about the fast tempo increase. EDG though, gonna temper it around.
EDG have more players alive right now, but they do not have good info. They have no idea where Rien's is. Rien's could still be playing in Fountain, he could be tucked in sand somewhere, hookah. EDG are going to have to be meticulous in terms of how they clear out all of these
30
angles,
seconds left.
or just group up together and hope they can trade him.
Yeah, Kangan's going to take point on that. He's on 1 HP, you might as well. Go for some wide swings. See if your team can trade you out right behind you. Vaughn for most of the way here. Rians reveals himself. Look down towards it, orbital strike. That's 13 seconds left to plant. That time pressure is applied. EDG have got to make a go of this one. Rebounds to the molly, but it just about missed. Simon's still alive. Here's the Nightfall now. Sends it flying, and Kangan went out. Oh, there's some value. Benji Fishy.
Last player standing.
Drop down. Rians knew where he was from prior. Players are stepping up to the challenge here, but he's going to try and pluck them out of the picture still. EDG troubled up, locking it down, ensuring that Rians cannot step over that line. Full control. He's hoping for the random shot, but it will not happen in time.
Heretics did what they could to try to salvage that, but really it was lost right from the start. Heretics didn't realize that EDG were going to make a play for the ult of themselves. And this from Miniboo, I think, is terribly greedy. He was not close to an ult. It wouldn't have materially changed the round in any way. He just thought, might as well, because my boombot didn't see anything. EDG punished him massively for that bad information. And they even pull out the orbital strike on the defense side too.
Smoke. Heretics here in signs of life. Dodge, not quite. Benji reveals his hand. It's a judge in play. Simon's going to be here in that. Making a call to his team. Hooker essentially a no-go. Looks like he might want to make a play for it anyway. There's a seize, rebounds, and it does get the connection, but is there any follow-up? Benji playing in front, and again there's that danger! Ults were committed.
Loves to take fights, but Rian's on the other side, and Chishu's taking the timing.
Tested here, Chichu with that timing. Puts a bullet there, straight to the brain of Boo. Smoggy trying to evacuate, knows that they have to try and retreat, but already the timing, whipping it around. Woot, he's caught all the way behind them.
Sorry guys, आ गया
Kills
हूँ
Smoggy,
वापस
it's a
यार.
spike
Stream
drop
बंद हो
down.
गई थी.
His
Game
timing
होती.
and angle
Hi
is
bro,
absolutely
हाँ stream बंद हो गई थी यार.
everything.
Net चला
He
गया.
wins out that fight,
कोई
Chichu. The chokehold onto it, but it's
वापस आ
gaps
गया
into
हूँ.
the play, and the pit just
कोई
plays them
दिक्कत
in
की बात
anyway. Dizzy, not broken in time, gets the reveal. Adjustment by Miniboo is
कोई
immaculate.
दिक्कत की बात नहीं.
Eviscerating the opposition, EDG. They can't stand against that.
What a save there from Rian to Miniboo.
नहीं
Woot
पता
is going to have his
मुझे
heart in his
चल रहा
mouth.
था.
He had the entire round in the palm of his hand. He could have dropped Smoggy and lost the duel, and the rest of his team bail him out of a difficult situation.
तो stream पे हम काफी
Rian
लोगों से जुड़
continues
गए
to
थे
just
यार.
be
वो
superbly
stream बहुत
consistent.
जल्दी बंद हो गई
But
मेरी.
Miniboo has really activated.
Issue है ही यार कुछ ना कभी net हग ही देता है.
Then fair enough. Sometimes it does happen. You're in a spot to win the round and you whiff it.
The
But
mood is good.
like I said earlier about Simon's play a few maps ago, it doesn't matter if the round ends up getting salvaged, you just can't let it happen in a big moment. Simon redeemed himself massively on Lotus with the 1v2 he pulled off. I'm sure Woot will have his spot.
EDG going to be taking a tumble here with the money. Kankan's got rifle in hand. He's the one who has to do the work if there's any chance in the round.
I'm always drawn to where Chishu is playing on the map. He's so aggressive with these lurks, and if you give him 1v1s, he's incredibly good. I'm watching him play over towards Shower here, wondering if he's going to look to play off the rest of his team's distraction, because he takes early backstab timings. If his team are pressuring short, he's going to swing almost immediately, and it looks like Woot looking to clear. Yeah. All right, that should at least give them some idea of where the danger is.
Watch the live, but Miniboo now is going to be under an immense amount of pressure. Woot's going to be covering. Fire over the shoulder. Still trying to lock down that Shower's control as well, but revealed up. There's some danger here still. Sees, connects. They see the tether into the corner. Chichu. It's a nasty one. Pulls it back from the brink, but not before he is toppled. Vamps control. Once again, putting the premium. Simon. What is that, man? Matters into his own hands. This rookie is lighting them up. You're gonna be joking.
कोई बात नहीं भाई. Big fan. Commentry. अरे शुक्रिया यार रेना मेन. Webcam कब आ रहा है? भाई webcam मैंने setup अभी करा नहीं है. मेरे पास
but you just don't expect
मतलब कुछ
it,
सोच
first of
के
all,
अभी
from
नहीं
the
कर रहा है
Fade
वेबकैम का
player, no matter who it would
तो
be.
जल्दी कर लूंगा आ जाएगा बस थोड़े दिन में वेबकैम
The timing and the smoke just
मतलब
doesn't-
वेबकैम के साथ मैं करता था यार आप लोगों ने देखा नहीं है
pretty
प्रीवियस
fair to
वीडियो
say that
देखो
the pressure
वेबकैम के
seems to
साथ
be
मेरी
off his
ऑलरेडी
shoulders at
वीडियोस
this
हैं
point. The
बट अभी
difference in
थोड़ा
what we're seeing from him
सेटअप
from
खराब है
that
ना मेरा तो
one
इस
to
वजह से मैं वेबकैम यूज नहीं
recent
कर रहा हूँ
performances,
सेटअप सही हो
especially
जाएगा
coming
तो
out the back of
वेबकैम आ
that
जाएगा
1v2,
कोई
he's
दिक्कत
willing
नहीं
to
है
play
इसमें
loosely and make the plays, take the
बने रहो यार
time.
वीडियो के साथ वीडियो को लाइक कर दो चैनल को
Heretics have the
सब्सक्राइब कर
odds,
दो
but no weaponry.
बस होपफुली
Time for EDG
हमारी ये
to take
स्ट्रीम और ये इवेंट आज पूरा
that
चल
double
जाए
face.
इस नेट पे
Yeah, almost
क्योंकि
the
नेट
punish.
हगने लग जाता है तो मैं
Almost.
And again,
ज़्यादा
Chishu looking to try
difficult
and
हो
pick
जाता है
space
मेरे
off the
लिए
back of it. As his team pulls those three players
कोई
to B,
दिक्कत
it
नहीं है, वो
softens
कर
up
रहे हैं हम
A
लोग
and maybe allows Chishu to find his one. Boombot sails past again. That bad information from Mini Boom.
It's costed him rounds. Boo aiming to hold them back. He hears that jump spot. Snaps to the side. No shots on target though from Chichu, and he has revealed his hand here. Here's very deep flank. Woot. Valorant hands Boosie going to
कौन
retreat.
जीत रहा है कौन क्या हो रहा है इक्वल चल रहा है अभी तो मैप
I like this pause though. You've already killed the smoke
भाई
player.
मैंने लंच भी ठीक से नहीं करा
Laid out
मुझे
the Viper
स्ट्रीम
wall,
बंद
they've
हो गई ना
got
पता चला
nothing
तो
to be
मैं
able to stop you.
परेशान सा हो गया
Woot's really the
स्ट्रीम
only
बहुत सही
danger
चल
player
रही है
here, I think.
Gets the info.
Then again, this pit is actually going to be a little difficult to get through. I'm surprised Benji invests this. 4v5 with only a sheriff.
Yeah, Woot's got the info. I think that they're all
30
trying to make
seconds
their
left.
way over towards B, and they're already holding this down, missing the shots. Needed to be towards the dome anyway. And TP's putting the squeeze back onto him. Still, Kang. Maybe a bit of miscom.
Mini Boo has ult.
And
This
it's right
round
into the
should
fight.
be over.
It's theirs for the taking. Showstopper unleashed. Let loose onto the feet. Nobody did not stand a chance. Blown to Smithereens, reveals up and counting. 6 seconds left. There's no plant in sight. You can take your time because a round is in the palm of their hands. Heretics. Swing bang. At least the pendulum. They take control of the map.
Chalk up another 4v5 win for Team Heretics there, but I did not see that one coming. We've seen it all throughout the tournament. They're amazing when they're a man down. But here, they were rifles down as well. No smokes player on defense. The ults ended up closing it out, but really, I think a lot of that is to do with the space that Woot took over towards A, letting them know that it was B. The pit scared EDG. They did not want to fight into the eco weaponry. I can understand why as well. From EDG's perspective, you're thinking, all right, there's a pit down. They probably have a bunch of stingers. Why would we want to go in there?
That's exactly where it thrives, close quarters.
But, I mean, it wasn't. It was a sheriff. It was Benji with a sheriff trying to make himself puff up and look big, look scary.
They postured him away into the open arms of Miniboo. And he's been decimating. I mean, he's 12-5 right now. He's top of the scoreboard for his team. Talked about it, you know, like as a player, I think, shining a light on him. He's just been thriving and improving as the tournament has gone on.
Absolutely. If you compare the stats when he was playing in groups to when he was playing through playoffs, there's just a world of difference. Like I said, he's like 28, 30% more damage, even higher in terms of his like kill improvements. He's still playing the same way. He's still getting aggressive. He's still going for those entries. He's still taking that tip of the spear job for Heretics. But now he's hitting. And he's woken up in this grand final, perhaps just in time.
Back and forth we go. Point reveals. 1 to 2, at least 3 towards the tail end. Good information. EDG going to be taking this one with a much more cautious approach. Kang went away from the ult. I think there might have been a play towards an orb, but for now, sets his eyes over towards Zuka, clears most of it with the boombot. Broken, they think something's up. Prowler. Bit of a handshake occurring. What's the goal for EDG?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out here. I feel like they've been slowed down in quite a lot of these bind attack rounds, and they haven't quite had enough options available to them when the time ticks down. Here they're going to try and hit into a site where they've still got Mosh on the defense side. Benji's still got wall up. There's so much they have to get through. Seas, Nightfall.
Exactly.
It looks so tough.
Everything you could ask for if you are Heretics, just trying to bunker
पांचों
down,
बंदे B पे हैं.
bolster the defense. And with 23 seconds left, time running short. It's an ult offloaded. Kang trying to get into the mix, into the action, and a fight to be taken, but traded out anyway. Beam down with a Phantom in hand. It's just that 1-for-1, and the plant from Simon. It's going to go off anyway. There's no pushback
कुछ
occurring.
नुकसान नहीं
Not
हुआ
for
है
Heretics,
इसके
not
से.
right now, but maybe enough damage has been done. It's a 4 versus 4. Reset into the round. Benji was just watching for any sort of stragglers. Hard committed positions by EDG.
दोनों सिमिलर हैं, दोनों के पास
Smoggy to hold them back from the
मेन
elbow angle.
एडवांटेज भी सेम है.
Pixel angle to work with Nade.
दोनों
This is
सिमिलर
cheeky.
पोजीशन पे भी.
Dodges, rebounds, snake bite at hand. Heretics carving out chunks and pieces of the map, but are being met here. At least the firepower. Chichu cannot spray them down in time. That's methodical by Heretics.
That's
Enough time on the clock as well for them.
That is beautifully done. Beautiful. Snakebite Nate to
देखो,
take down
round
anybody that was
Heretics
going
के
to
लिए
be
आ
playing
गया.
over towards that default position. And then Rien's is so damn consistent. Gets that trade kill onto Smoggy. Instantly spray transfers onto nobody as he swings through the Viper wall. He's always there.
Let's keep it up there. Good comms, good.
And he's relaxed as well.
Yeah.
He just seems like a great asset for the team in terms of keeping them composed in these moments, not letting the energy run away. They're in control on Bind right now. EDG would need a big thrifty. And I think they're running out of ideas on the attack side. The macro, it's not looking anywhere near as clean as we've been seeing on Lotus, for example.
सिचुएशन
if you want
क्लियर
a
होती
better
जा
pass
रही है कि
map.
हम
Okay.
जो डिसाइडर मैप है उसमें जा रहे हैं. न्यू मैप जो है
Right
उसमें
way
जा रहे हैं.
reversed. Chichu's been a player that's
ये मैप जीत रही है टीम
numbers
हेरेटिक्स.
exciting, like we've been talking about with the lurk timing.
मोमेंटम बिल्कुल उनके पास
He
है.
has been playing in those kind of positions though fairly
और
regularly.
हाफ ओवर
so
होने में
it's a
सिर्फ
good
एक
read
राउंड
from
बचा है.
Minibu.
Repositions. Up and over to heaven, walking their way forwards. I mean, EDG not to be deterred.
No, and Benji is aware that they're giving Lamps control right now, but it does mean that he's got to watch multiple
This
positions.
position sucks. I mean, Benji in this spot is going to try and retreat as well. They don't have showers control. Luckily, nobody's there ready to pounce on him when the damage is done. Simon, another play to be made. The rookie wants to step up straight away. Here's that reload! And Boo just barely ready to wrangle control. Straight back at him. Orbital strike. No damage done, but Smokey collecting kills from all across the place.
3v3.
Minibu seeking to dominate the angle. Make sure the showers is not being recleared into this 3v3. Satchel's overhead have to be broken. The pressure get into them. Satchel breaks it. Dizzy up and over, in through the smoke though. Nobody spamming, and now swarming, dominating EDG. What a response.
Said they needed a big thrifty, and there it is. They take round 11. After losing the first player as well, Jishu fell. But I think Benji's spot just ended up being completely exposed there. They couldn't deny Wingman. I think that's such a mistake.
यार इन लोगों का बोनस भी नहीं था यार. फोर्स बाया था.
Denial on A. They're going to put EDG in really difficult spots. Instead, when you let them get the plant down and get into the
round
post
जीते हैं EDG.
positions, you have a much tougher job at things. And EDG come into this, the final round of what could be the first half of the final map.
Orbital strike for the Thrash.
Yeah, massive ults.
Yeah. Who was holding it preemptively just in case the Thrash was used at the beginning of the round. EDG, no signs of them going for that game plan though. Simon's going to try and fake this presence. Is a Nightfall going to be enough though? That's a question. They don't have map control over towards B. Very much an all.
गाइस जल्दी से वीडियो को लाइक करो यार, चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करो, प्यार दिखाओ यार स्ट्रीम पे अपना.
It looks like they would want to thrash through sand. Does Minibu... Sorry,
दोबारा
does Boo
चालू
get the
करिए
call?
स्ट्रीम. पहली वाली बंद हो गई
That's
है.
true and away. The crossfire
चला
set
गया
up.
था.
It's broken apart to pieces. TP. It's not enough. Minibu with just the one, but the orbital strike does at least split them in twine. EDG.
जल्दी से वीडियो को लाइक करो, सब्सक्राइब करो
Back
चैनल
being
को.
held. That's Chichu watching onto the angle.
और घंटी को दबाओ यार, जब भी मैं लाइव आऊं तो तुम्हें पता चल जाए कि मैं लाइव
Sure
आया.
that the flank is watched for.
घंटी दबाओ.
I like the smoke, allows them to take backside control, but they've got so much more to do here, Team Heretics.
Yeah.
They've allowed EDG in again. Plant, post-plant positions, all looking very diligent.
Haunts up on either side here. Up and over. Will need to be
आ रहा हूँ
brilliant.
मैं
Boots
पानी
on top of
लेके
it.
ये राउंड जीत गई
Clears the
है
way for most.
EDG
This hookah.
He sees two.
All he
पहला
has
हाफ
to
खत्म
use.
कर रहे हैं
Sees
हम
up and over.
मैप
It's
नंबर
dodged this
4 का
miss. Simon with the timing. Softened up, damaged up, but the molly
नहीं
now
जीत रही है
rebounds,
भाई
and it should be good for the cause already. The circle starting to shrink.
मेरी
Time is
गलती है
starting to
भाई
run
मेरी
short.
गलती है भाई
G2 denies any chances. And 6-6.
बट मेरी गलती नहीं है मेरी प्रेडिक्शन है कि जीत गई ना EDG ये राउंड निकाल लिया ना EDG ने हाफ कंप्लीट हो चुका है सेकंड हाफ शुरू होने वाला है गाइस कहीं मत जाओ वीडियो के साथ बने रहो वीडियो को लाइक करो सब्सक्राइब करो चैनल को मैं पानी लेकर आया जस्ट एक सेकंड
And now this Chinese squad only needs 7 more rounds to not just make history, they've already done that, but to win their first time of making it to the finals arena at Champs.
It's a very elite group. Champs winners, trophy lifters. And EDG would love to secure that spot for China. But even before that, we're going to send it down to the floor. A nice little interview.
I'm standing here right now with two special guests. We have Genus, Trent, and Icy. Now, how are you guys enjoying the match? Icy, I know you really enjoyed that opening ceremony.
I mean, it's incredible. This is my first event as a spectator, but I'd rather obviously be here playing. But either way, it's insane to be here. The atmosphere is incredible. It's just overall great.
I mean, you can hear it, right? What about you, Trent?
I mean, yeah, the opening ceremony was absolutely crazy. I was upstairs and I could just feel the whole building shaking. It was insane.
Oh yeah, it's a party here for sure. Now, you both played against Team Heretics and EDG in the past. How would you compare and contrast rather their styles?
I think both teams have insane aimers. This can go either way. I'm not gonna lie. I had EDG going all the way, I had them winning this, but I think Heretics can pull this back and make it in 5 maps.
What about you, Trent?
I thought Heretics was gonna win at the beginning, but now seeing how EDG's playing, I gotta go with them.
Oh, well, that seems to be how this map is going as well, right? So I gotta ask you guys, oh my gosh, listen to the crowd. I gotta ask you guys, who's taking this map?
I think if Heretics win the map, they're winning the series, so I'd say Heretics.
Oh, Trent?
I gotta go against you. I'm going EDG.
Oh, we got both of you on the opposite sides. All right, let's see who has it. We're gonna get back into bind.
back into the box.
Crowd is raring to go. You can see already descent in the G2 camp. The players can't make up their minds.
And I think that's indicative of this entire tournament.
Rahul.
You know, both last year and this year, actually, you came into Champions with a dominant team. Fnatic of 2023, Gen G this time. And Gen G losing in groups just blew the field wide open and laid fertile ground for EDG's growth here. For teams to
क्या ये बनेगा डिसाइडर मैप इस ग्रैंड फाइनल्स का EDG करेगी यहाँ क्लोज और जीत जाएगी VCT चैंपियंस.
You still can't tell which way this one's going. I do
या
agree.
अभी भी एक मैप
in.
और दूर है
Obviously EDG
VCT चैंपियंस टीम से.
All they need is buy.
तो बने रहो यार, वीडियो को लाइक करो, सब्सक्राइब करो चैनल को.
To open up this A site. Right for the taking. Nobody with a spray down, spam shots, no connection, no damage done. Inside through the smoke, Rians. Beautiful shot.
Fight on the flank here.
Benj is gonna seek to maintain control of this angle. Simon again, the rookie, asked to do quite a lot in this spot, but diligent. Cool, calm and collected from almost the entirety of Heretics. It's a pistol round that's in the palm of their hands.
Yeah, major win for them here. EDG did look a little shaky on their attack side macro, which is a wild thing to be saying, considering that they still got 6 rounds out of it. But I would expect Heretics to be extremely drilled in spots like that. This composition offers you so many ways to play. The executes are incredibly difficult to hold against.
इस राउंड में पुश किया है.
Kankan cannot afford to be giving up first kills like that. He's been the master of putting first kills on his side over the course of this tournament.
ये डिफेंडिंग मैप है.
You heard that at the end there. Yeah, let's take
इस मैप में आप डिफेंडिंग करके जीत सकते हो.
That's actually what Miniboo was saying when they played against Lev as well. It's all about controlling the tempo, making the play to your pace, and that's almost the same opening as the pistol. Player going for a jump peek, nearly punished.
ने फिर early अपनी heal गवा दी है.
Maybe a bit of bait there, trying to see if Team Heretics would accelerate, because EDG were stacking with 4 players on B.
Launching smoke.
The defense going to get spread apart a little bit here. No longer a stack, in truth. Heretics happy to slow it down. No point walking into your own demise.
Heretics, 2 players not buying up in this round as well, so they've got some flexibility. They can afford a couple deaths without it knocking the economy.
Yeah.
And I'm looking towards Rien's to see if he can get the Thrash online. Wood's happy to go and try and take this space. He's just looking for information. He's not worried about dying because he is one of the players with just a ghost. Spots 1, spots 2.
It's that earlier damage. Knows there's one in lamps. Hold on, twisting, turning, and shots to potentially be found. Smoggy looking to try and push back, dismiss, but still alive for now.
All he needs to do is hold Smoggy here, and the Seas will hold Smoggy very permanently to the spot.
Rooted in place. Enough for his team to collapse onto it for the re-clear.
And now, this is where I'd be asking Riens to throw the weapon away to somebody else, you know, put it onto Benji or Woot and go hunting with the pistol.
Exactly. This is good alongside a nade here. Woot's trying to get himself round to the corner, and luckily, enough wiggle room. Born down and out. Pistols in their face. Close quarters is where they're going to be thriving. Jumping through, double tap. Players are dropping. Suddenly, there's chances. Kangkang's lone with the rifle in hand. Steady aim. Still it's a little bit labored, but it gets the job done.
क्या सच में मैप नंबर 5 जा रहे हैं हम लोग
3 of the rifles. So EDG do a
शांत
bit of
बैठे बस
damage,
देख रहा
but
हूँ
it's not going to be catastrophic.
मैप नंबर
And
5
they did manage to get the Thrash
loading.
online.
मैच नंबर
Even though it
5
looks
लोड हो रहा है
dangerous, Heretics are in a position here where they could start snowballing away on Bind.
ये मैप हारती नजर आ रही है मुझे क्योंकि बोनस एंड पिस्टल जा चुके हैं उनके हाथ से.
Miniboo's going to look to pick up a judge. That normally implies that you're looking for something pacey. The Thrash making space for the judge double blast back.
Yeah, holding the nade as well, just in case there is that play happening. Season going to be combined using conjunction. Thrash all the way through, clears the way in the path in through showers. Judge in hand. Lamb's control there, but it's a satchel and a pivot. They want to go over towards B. Chichu, sole defender, and Miniboo trying to ruin somebody's day.
I'm not sure that was the game plan off the rip, but an audible call by Boo. See how well it works. 3 players from EDG still sticking over towards A, thinking that this might be a re-hit. They're dead wrong.
Yeah, spots a lot there. Chichu is going to find it hard to try and get the hell out of there, but takes the timing and takes it well. Heretics are the ones who are running out of options.
Yeah, it's very tough for Miniboo to play the entry when he's got a judge. I think it's time maybe to swap that onto somebody else. Without the blast packs, how are you going to gap close?
45 seconds into the round, no control of A.
If they go for a hookah re-clear straight into the judge, these are the moments that could just lose you the grand finals.
You're going to hear the hearts break of many of these players, or perhaps just sing in unison. Chichu and Kang. That's beautiful work.
It couldn't have gone better for them.
Spectacular.
There's so much danger going for a play like that. And Boo's now asked to win a 1v4.
This one part easier, but not the follow-up there. Nobody.
How have they got away with that?
Yeah, quick on the cleanup. That is just insanity. You're brave to be making it clear like that. You are brave.
I mean, especially when the player's got a judge on the other side. But Chishu is so clean with it. These shots, these two, the deadly duo. A two-headed Hydra, I think EDG has proven to be over the course of this tournament.
Oh, yeah.
With Kangkang and Chishu topping the scoreboard in so many of their maps.
Creeping closer to a potential finish, EDG. Top of the scoreboard, in my opinion, are MVP candidates for the grand finals. At least if you're only looking at EDG. For Heretics, it's up to them to see if they can answer back. They need bind.
And their play with the Thrash found no value really in the prior round. They got stopped by that Seas nade. So a good read from EDG as well. And now going exploring again. These are the spots where Chishu is going to look to try to challenge, but I think Benji tends to play these a little safer. I don't think he'll just walk into Kangkang. But that also means he's not going to clear Kangkang.
Prowler spotted. Broken. TP long control.
They have pushed back the defenders on B. But Simon, Chishu they're yet to call a rotate, so still 3 players. The strong site is A.
अगर ए पे पुश करेंगे ना तो उनके साथ हो सकता है गलत हो सकता है
Not cleared Kangkang. In fact,
उनको
I don't
रोटेट
even think
करना
they know
चाहिए
Kangkang's here. Smoggy to take contact. A dizzy
ये
over the
EDG
top.
के लिए बन रहा है मैच
Volley in the hands of Smoggy.
मैंने
There's
बोला
the
था
contact caught.
बोला था
Players are
मैंने
falling. It's a fiery finish, potentially in the A short avenue. Rians has got to answer back. It does so with that shot. Right on target, 2v3. Boo from the side turns into a 2 versus 2, slightly more winnable.
बड़ा बीबी
Out wide, but accounting for it, and the horn is perfection. Spam from the box.
मेरे
Just to
बोलने से
finish that
पहले ही वो
task,
खत्म हो गया भाई
8-8.
राउंड
The Heretics were not ready for those final 2
बट
players
मेरी
there.
पहली बात
Not
सही हो गई कि
whatsoever.
यार EDG के लिए
Swung
जो
out
बन
into
रहा
front
था
sight.
ये मैप बन ही रहा था भाई इनके लिए
Thinking that Chishu and Simon were going to be in. Did not get that.
गलत
What a
सिचुएशन
setup
थी भाई
though.
वो
If someone on Team Heretics had managed to take an earlier lurk timing, if Boo had really tried to limit test and walk his way through showers early on,
टाइम
he
आउट
would
ले
have
ली
realized
यहाँ
that it was
पे
empty. Yeah. Only nobody who was trying to juggle around
Heretics
so that
ने
he could
time out
support
ले
short
लिया
and shut down the showers lurk.
ये एक मिनट यार मैं
But Team
स्क्रीन चेक
Heretics,
कर
with
लूँ
all of
यार
that
अभी
structure and all of that discipline, don't take risks like that would have paid off in a moment. But you can't find moments much bigger than these.
Momentum shifts to the other side of things here. It's Heretics, despite the replay showing that pressure seems to be washing off the back of these players. They're in a difficult
यार चेक
spot.
करना बनता है यार
8-8, your economy's
क्योंकि अभी
ruined. You
स्ट्रीम
have
बंद हो
some
गई थी
sort
मेरी
of at least the orbital strike in
और
your back
वो
pocket.
स्ट्रीम बंद होने से
It's
काफी
also
ज्यादा
got that showstopper, and your
सही नहीं
ideas
चल रहा था
are getting picked apart.
बट
It's not
अभी
working
ठीक
on
चल
the
रहा है
attack so
सब
far.
ओके चल रही है स्ट्रीम तो जल्दी से वीडियो को लाइक करो यार सब्सक्राइब करो चैनल को
They don't seem to be applying enough pressure
Heretics ने
early
लिया
enough
था
to
टाइम
figure out
आउट
what
उसके
EDG
बाद
setups are.
दोनों इक्वल खड़े हैं
I
अभी
say that, but it's a sample
ये
size
मैप
really
ही
of
डिसाइड
one,
करेगा
because
कौन है चैंपियंस
Round 15 was when they had the judge, and I think that in itself caused them the
EDG
issues.
के लिए कर
These are
सकता है
two
बट
crucial back-to-back round wins for
हेरिटिक्स
EDG.
के लिए भी कर सकता है
Probably
क्योंकि
gonna get them a
उनके लिए तो
third.
डिसाइडर मैप
For the course correction.
IBC होने वाला है
You're right. EDG primed and ready to take the lead in this map.
I think the goal for EDG in this round, not just to win, but to try to do it cleanly. If you can save Showstopper, you're probably going to get up to almost all of your other big ultimates. And then you're in a great spot for the next rifle round. And this is how games slip away from you. Heretics had their chance to snowball in that bonus. Are EDG going for a re-clear of Octagon right now? Close range against the eco weapons?
No way.
Just the Prowler.
Stinger confirms it. You do not want to be opted into that fight. EDG smoked off. Disrupts this high low that they were going for.
We've seen EDG rely on their individual fragging to bail them out of some contact re-clears that looked really dangerous. Here's another spot that looks pretty dangerous, to be honest.
This against the half buy, but the information gathered.
You've got 3 spots that you can be swung from, including the teleporter.
Boo's got his util out. Oh my goodness, almost adjusting still. Kang with the one double satchels committed to try and stay alive. Nobody. Eyes set onto the target. Mosh pit up and over. Now with the nade and the TP's caught. Benji! Benji! Can't get the third, but already he's done the damage and now doubled up. Kills collected. It's a swarm and an overwhelming presence from Heretics into the side, into the back of his showstopper. This is where it should thrive. Up and over. But a shot returned. Bullet to the brain. Nobody with a hell of a task. Gargantuan in nature and a wide swing from Rians. Trades it all in place.
Heretics के पास आ चुकी है लीड बहुत ज्यादा एग्रेसिव नजर आ रहे हैं वो बहुत ज्यादा एग्रेशन आ रहा है उनके तरफ भी
They maintain the lead somehow against all odds.
अगर उनको मैप में जाना है नेक्स्ट मैप में तो यहाँ और अभी उनको ये लीड को थोड़ा ऊपर ले जाना होगा एनजी
a small moment that I want to point out in that round as well. What a clutch nature for Riens to stick the plant. For the MasterCard Thrifty, they needed that plant to go down, but Boo pressured early.
Triple swing. EDG might be on that lower weaponry, but there's still that danger lurking every corner. And Heretics are making sure that they collect these kills.
Fast flank.
No oversight. There's a fast flank. Prowler's going to be dodged for now as well, but Heretics know that they've got open access.
Really nice from Boo, making sure to monitor as the spike was coming in this direction.
Onto it. Wait, there was timing.
For EDG.
Still holding. Wait, is down. Hold on, Woot. Forced to pick up the pieces. Forge path to victory, Chichu.
Good.
With that rifle. But he's just one man now.
बन रहा है जी ये थर्ड फिफ्थ मैप पे जा रहे हैं हम लास्ट मैप पे जा रहे हैं हम लोग बन रहा है सिनेरियो.
It's unwinnable.
Yeah, the snake.
टाइमिंग डिफ हो चुकी है EDG की.
Post plant utility that Heretics could possibly
EDG के लिए डिफिकल्ट हो रहा है डिफेंड
in
करना.
a crossfire setup. Chichu's going to try and valiantly give his life for it, I'm sure.
There it is.
और अपने पिकअप मैप में कैसे खेलना है ये जानती है. तो फिर लोडिंग पे चला गया. ये बकवास हो जाता है मेरा नेट कभी कभार, इसकी वजह से मुझे बहुत इरिटेशन होती है. रुक जाओ गाइस, मैं कर रहा.
Thing. I mean, this is the culminating moment of the year. Champions 2024. It's the crowning jewel for VCT.
करा है मैंने, ठीक करा उसको.
Simon pushed out. So good work maintaining
Hopefully
shot
अब
control
ठीक
at the start
चले.
of the round.
मैंने कर दिया है ठीक.
That might be useful, might be important later on if they group up over towards B and need to take the teleport. Simon's going to try to re-clear that at the same time as Nobody and Chishu go exploring sand. Both of those areas, though, have no Team Heretics players defaulted. Instead, it's B long, it's short. It looks like it's going to be a fake B exec here. It's supposed to go then into a real A execute, relying on that previous control of showers. The thing is, there's no way that EDG are going to buy that this is really B, in my opinion. Because look at the positioning of Nobody and Chishu. They're just full looking at it.
They are. Simon, though, he's playing floating position. He's in spawn, waiting for the sound cues. Kang re-exploring. He is isolated, he is alone, but it's only Root to deal with. He hears the Dizzy, clears his way through. Nightfall is used very preemptively. You can side-set that one with ease if you're Heretics, but 30 seconds. Time is running short.
The fast flank.
And here it is. All emphasis placed onto this. Mini boot. It's a showstopper in his hands. One right decision, one correct guess could completely change the tide of this fight. Woot dismisses the Dizzy with ease once more. Nightfall's dropped, cracking down on his orbital strike, trying to spray them down. Players are dropped on every single angle. Mini boot wins the fight out, and time is barely there to spare. Chichu, no long for this world. Up to 11 for Heretics, and now they're in the driving seat.
What a game, what a map for Miniboo to come online. 20 kills across 19 rounds, and not just the kill factor, but the manner in which he's doing it, and the kills that he's getting are so important. He gets the kill there to deny Kang as he's trying to put Spike down. Tries to put the Spike down again, swings, kills Smoggy. If he doesn't kill Smoggy, there's 5 seconds left. The round would probably have been over. What a time for Miniboo to wake up in the grand finals.
Now fast tempo play. Slimmy to evacuate, but we'll be able to escape already. That space is given up. Simon, stray shot, finds a mark. You see this smoke, puts the fear of God into you, I think. If you are, Heretics still going to be going for the plant now. Simon trying to get potentially inside that smoke, but no, the plant is not denied.
Team Heretics, they just control no areas on the map.
Yeah. the crowd, and they're going to be pushed into this corner with this flank online, and now they have that knowledge.
Guys, हम जा रहे हैं last map में.
One of their own.
जो decider होगा यहाँ पे.
Trying to at least turn some heads.
बहुत tough हो रहा है EDG
try
के
and
लिए
play his team
perform
into the
करना
fight, into the fray once more. Chichu striking where it hurts, but yet shut down in a moment. Right when it matters most. Now Simon, he's got to do it all. Sheriff in hand, upgrade in front of them. Yoinks it.
Nice try, nice try.
Up to 12 for Heretics.
Match point. मैच पॉइंट आ चुका है हेरिटिक्स के लिए. गाइस जल्दी से वीडियो को लाइक करो, चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करो. हम जा रहे हैं लास्ट मैच. जो होगा डिसाइडर दोनों टीमों के लिए. जल्दी से वीडियो को लाइक करो यार, सब्सक्राइब करो चैनल.
And actually, as the series got deeper and deeper, their play ended up trickling off. They couldn't match the pressure of the moment at Shanghai.
But this is a different Heretics. They've learned from prior experience.
What on earth am I looking at with that Viper ult?
I mean, this is spilling out in all sorts of directions.
That's great. If you don't go and clear that, you're worried they're retaking sand control at all times. Kang.
Benji! Oh boy!
You do not expect Benji to be picking up an AWP in the final round.
But जब से attacking में आई है, Heretics सिर्फ 2 round जीते हैं. EDG ने अपनी defending में only 2 rounds जीते हैं बस.
He's so much further away from the corner as well. He's always going to see you first.
EDG defending में रह गई है यहाँ पे.
His skill to take him over the line. This pit though continues to be a bit of a bother. Heretics, by the look of it, want to kind of commit to the B site and then just leave hookah.
Plays in front of him, goes for the nose scope, spam down, hello, ults online, Chichu, an attempt to deny the plant.
लग रहा है guys कि GG हो रहा है, हम जा रहे हैं next map में.
Goes off without a hitch, Heretics can feel it.
They know the Benji is market.
He's going to be holding it, still with that operator. You can't really get active into this moment, but oh, hearing the footsteps. Double back, Simon!
Oh my God.
Lights him up. Head to a roll, and it's EDG to just, I mean, trying to stay alive into this map at this point. It's all stacked against them. Avenues accounted for. Positions watched, but luck at a draw there. Util out into the hands. Spamming, praying away down to the 1v1. Simon has got to do it all. The tap! And a shot
बचा guys.
It's not over yet for EDG.
अब PP एक round जीत रहा ही है. क्या ये map OT जा रहा है? या जीत रही है इस मैप को.
The addition of Simon has added so much to their team environment
comeback कर रही है
overall.
EDG.
The way in which Kang supported, but today, and in the group stage of the tournament too, we've seen Simon be immaculate in high-pressure clutch spots.
It's almost unfair to ask it of him. It's a rookie to the team, his first international event ever in the grand finals of champs.
Come on, please.
But his composure and his aim look clean at the moment. Kang does pick up the operator. It was saved. Got no armor to go along with it though.
Potential tool that they could use. Slower play by Heretics, and still they are in the driving seat. Nobody tucks himself close, a bit of stray spam, but nobody finding a mark. He's weaving around them, dancing around them. Eventually found and dropped. Plants it online, but none the wiser. And an alternate hand to Kang. Spotting the retreating players, at least hearing it. A pre-fire towards the corner to no avail. Nade, rebounds, damage, connects, it cancels. Rians, he's out of it. Simon's defusing. What a body block! Simon, he's got it all the way. Absolutely spectacular.
Oh my
God. What an outrageous play.
My
what a phenomenal protocol for EDG.
OT जा रहा है ये मैप.
The nade up and over the
King
top,
prediction आ चुकी है. OT जा रहा है ये मैप. King prediction आ चुकी है भाई मेरी. ये OT जा रहा है मैप. बने रहो लाइव. यही खत्म हो रहा है ये. VCT tournament.
Also, what on earth is nobody doing inside this smoke? Why did it take him 15 seconds to die?
Just absurd. The clearance is going to be haunting Heretics. Timeout called for them. I said they were in the driving seat, but they are losing grip of the map. And with it, the series, the finals. Still 2 rounds is what they've got to work with.
Heretics ने अपना टाइम आउट बचा के रखा था और वो लास्ट में इन्वेस्ट कर दिया.
how that's echoed in the players. The fans have the freedom to sit there and allow it to affect them. The players have to shrug it off and move on instantly, not allow it. Not allow themselves to dwell on it for even a second. Neil looks stressed though. If they lose a couple rounds, it's going to be overtime with EDG having 4 rounds in a row. Heretics have got to close it out in the next 2, otherwise it could be curtains. And that trophy that they can see between the 2 teams, almost a touching distance away, it would be at least a year. Perhaps you may never have an opportunity like this.
और यहाँ technical pause आ चुका है.
Oh, it's just a brutal moment for it.
Brutal doesn't begin to describe it.
क्या situations में ये technical pause देखने को मिल रहा है?
These next 2 rounds.
ऐसी situations में ये technical pause देखने को मिल रहा है.
A PC issue, and all of the players forced silence coming out of talking to their coaches. Time to sit and simmer on the words, and also just take a look over to the trophy. And honestly, trying not to think about what it means to them.
Absolutely.
What we've heard from both of these teams in the press conference, but Heretics especially, is that they cannot
Guys, जो भी नया जुड़ा है वीडियो के साथ यार, वीडियो को लाइक करो, सब्सक्राइब करो चैनल को, लाल बटन को दबाओ यार, जल्दी से जाके प्रेस करो लाल बटन को, प्यार बांटो अपना.
और
हम टैग पाउस में आ चुके हैं. ये मैप ओटी जा सकता है. EDG ने मोमेंटम पकड़ लिया है अपना, और टीम हेरिटिक्स थोड़ी नर्वस हो चुकी है 2 राउंड से. 2 राउंड्स जो गए हैं हाथ से उनके, बहुत ज़्यादा नर्वस हो चुकी है उस रीजन की वजह से.
And the rounds that they're going into, truly ridiculous. Listen, no matter which way this slices, we've got an incredible finish here to champion Seoul. A different region winning every single one of our trophies throughout the year. That's incredible. First time seeing EMEA in a Champs final since 2021 as well.
I know, sorely missed.
Yeah, absolutely.
Out of it for a while, but this is a Heretics team, honed and polished over the course of the year as well, which, listen, I remind you, the expectations of this squad were just absolutely at the bottom. People would not expect them to do as well as they did. They got to Madrid, people were describing their performances, potentially that flash in the pan, but not really amounting to too much, but respectable for rookies, respectable that they made a good go of it. Shanghai, the drive and finish to the finals, but just within touching distance of that trophy there. Not that one in particular, but at least another one much like it.
And remember that this is the first global tournament where they've had their full team. You're talking about Madrid, Shanghai. They played both of those in Paddy, who I'm not sure exactly where he is right now in the crowd, in the audience. I assume he's about 20 meters away from the players. He was once up there, twice up there in fact, on stage, but once in the grand finals with them. He'll be willing to close things out here.
क्योंकि यहाँ पे रीसेटी लगी हुई है.
Can bring it back. Win cleanly for
ये राउंड डिसाइड करेगा. ये मैप ओटी जाता है यहाँ. टीम हेरिटिक्स इस मैप को जीतती है और हम जाते हैं डिसाइडर मैप में. लेट्स गो.
God, take a look at this once more. What a timing for a play like that. We had a body block play on something similar in the group stage, where someone was able to headbutt it out the way.
ये 2 राउंड बहुत अच्छा खेली EDG, बहुत ज़्यादा अच्छा.
We're seeing such great protocols. If we go on to Abyss, if that's the next map we're looking at, we've seen DRX earlier on in the tournament have that denial of the Astropol post-plant setups.
It's been a lovely tournament for it. Just individuals stepping up in intelligent little ways. Hasn't just been how to take fights, the gunplay, the util. We've seen players
small details.
Shine. Yeah, the small details, minutia. And we're right back into it here. Heretics hoping to make this round a turning point.
And this could be everything. If Heretics lose, Benji is not going to have enough money. Woot barely with enough. Depending on plant money as well. Heretics need this round to go their way, otherwise we could be looking at overtime.
Big odds online on the Heretic side. Lots of tools to work with just to get it over the line.
It looks like they're trying to disguise Kang here. So they're playing him with the Viper Orb. You're not going to expect this.
No offer. Heretics might have taken it. Hook, line, sinker. It's 4 players. Creeping closer, waiting for re-exploration. Orb in their face. Kang will have to respect this to some degree. Doesn't know if they've crossed up. Boombot not broken. Orb once more. Renewed. Refreshed. Snakebite to answer. Hard committed onto the corner. Showstopper right from behind.
Oh my God!
Skewers them in place. Up and over with a Soulcue's cut. EDG making a go of things. 35 seconds, the plant is down. Nade and Molly down at the feet. Dropping Boo in place. And Woot can do naught but watch on in horror as another round is lost beneath them.
Third in a row for EDG.
OT जा रहे हैं आप लोग.
They're on the EDG train.
EDG close करेगी क्या यही
map?
map?
What a
Oh my
skewering from
God.
Kang.
It's being made, man, all over the place.
We've talked so much about how Kang's actually dropped the operator in this run
EDG
here.
ने दिखा दिया है कि उनके अंदर क्या potential है.
Against Leviathan, he pulled it out 20% of rounds instead of his usual 11.
कहाँ stand करती है EDG इस tournament में.
Again here. When the pressure's on, he's got a skill that few others in the world can match.
कमाल के matches देखने को मिले आज हमें.
Ice cold.
हर map इतना ज़्यादा domination, इतना ज़्यादा ज़बरदस्त देखने को मिला.
Don't get me wrong, there's still that danger, but it's all on the line and they're all grouped up. This is very much looking like an all-in play and approach. Horns is not broken, nade and spam right through the box. An opening kill onto Smoggy.
Early pick आ चुकी है EDG के लिए. EDG के पास अभी advantage नहीं है.
Kang should be looking to pick up the rifle. He does. They have thrashed to try to clear the pit. There's still
क्या ये
many
कर
chances
पाएगी
for
EDG
EDG
और जा पाएंगे हम OT में. या यहाँ पे खत्म कर रही है.
Path potentially.
Team Heretics.
Here, lying in wait, Thrasher's there alongside us. Sees his players need to be defended. Woot steps up to the challenge. But
oh my God!
Overtime in sight. And EDG are hungry for it, trying to will it forward. Fuse the nade.
Kang.
They don't have it. Time. It's not a line, man. Heartbreak for EDG.
Oh my God! Oh my God! क्या situation थी ये? EDG के लिए क्या situation थी ये? कि वो लोग OT में गए.
What an incredible contrast that is to the previous time where Chishu was able to body block the molly. This time,
एक ब्रिम की मोली ने ये decide कर दिया. मोली निकल रहा है मेरे मुंह से मौली की जगह.
And Simon tries to do what he can, but melts away, incinerated, immolated.
गाइस ऐसा कुछ नहीं देगा कि हम डिसाइडर जा रहे हैं सिर्फ एक मौली की वजह से. तो वीडियो को लाइक करो यार, चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करो, प्यार दिखाओ. हम पहुंच रहे हैं मैप नंबर 5. लेट्स गो. मैं सच में नहीं सोच सकता क्या हुआ है, सच में नहीं सोच सकता क्या फेस किया है अभी इन लोगों ने। ईडीजी ने ओटी लिटरली अपने हाथ में कर लिया था और उसके बाद उनको एक मौली ने, सिर्फ एक मौली ने इस गेम से बाहर कर दिया। मतलब इस गेम से बाहर नहीं करा, इस ओटी से बाहर कर दिया। और हम चले गए हैं मैप नंबर 5 द एबिस में। गाइस आज का वीसीटी का दिन, द ग्रैंड फाइनल्स का दिन कोई नहीं भूलेगा, क्योंकि एक इंसेन दिन रहा आज वीसीटी का। खतरनाक दिन देख रहे हैं हम वीसीटी में आज। इतना ज्यादा डोमिनेशन चीज नहीं देखी है आज तक। बिल्कुल वर्ड्स नहीं है कि क्या वीसीटी में आज हमने देखा है। एक मॉली ने डिसाइड करा है ये सीरीज को। हम जा रहे हैं 5th मैप में, तो बने रहो वीडियो के साथ, लाइक करो वीडियो को, चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करो। मैप नंबर 5 जल्दी स्टार्ट होगा, बने रहो वीडियो के साथ।
We are going to map 5, baby. Heretics, they pulled it back. I'm your host, and I'm here once again with Steel, Kukuka, and Mimi. What an incredible bind that was.
It was insane. That last round to close things out. A Kong
एक
ace,
मौली,
but not in time past the
एक मौली ने
And that
डिसाइड
felt like
किया
the
है
story
कि हम
of that
कहाँ
game to
स्टैंड
me.
करेंगे।
It was so many of these scrappy rounds from Team Heretics, winning eco after eco just to stay
एक
alive in
मिनट
this
में अपनी
finals.
स्क्रीन चेक
Yeah,
कर
time
ली।
after time, we
मैं
see,
नहीं आ
as you're
पाया हूँ।
saying, Heretics really trying to cling on everything that they have, winning those very important rounds. The timeouts are coming in the most important times, but we have to highlight Mini Boo just having the best utility that you can as a duelist when it comes to this ecos. On the other side, EDG also got a lot of rounds that they were not supposed to. But my biggest point of concern is those retakes that we were seeing at the end of it. EDG was not really able to win them.
I mean, speaking of retakes, though, I saw also at the start of the game, Team Heretics wasn't doing their fair share of that as well. One of the first attempts at A through lamps was abysmal. Like, you don't even have to go in there, and I know that Sideshow pointing out on the cast about the placement of the mosh pit, but I have to agree with Mimi about how that
एक मौली ने
last round
डिसाइड
was
कर
a
दिया
big
इनके
story
लिए एक और
about
मैप।
how the entire game
क्योंकि
went.
अगर
The
ईडीजी
sloppy was
ओटी
back
में
and
आ
forth,
जाती
you
तो
couldn't predict it until the
बहुत
very
कम
end.
चांस होते टीम
Just
हेरेटिक्स
because
वो ओटी
it's
जीत
just
पाती,
individuals
क्योंकि बहुत
shining
ज्यादा
at
मोमेंटम
specific
पकड़ लिया था
Yeah, and
EDG
speaking
ने।
of individuals, Mini Boo,
But
though, what a
अब
time for him to come alive. We
ये
heard it from his
नया
coach,
मैप
Neil. He is not just the
और
frags. He
चार
brings
मैप
so
की
much to this team.
चार
and we
मैप
also heard
खेलने
it
के
in the
बाद
PMI. He wants to feel like he can be the best duelist out there. There's so many conversations about other players up there, especially
लेजीपन आ जाता है
in
बॉडी
his
में,
own team, right?
थकान
But he
होती
wants
है,
to be part of the conversation. He wants to get this trophy
तो
to prove it to himself.
उस
He absolutely
लेजीनेस
does.
को
And I mean, facing
कौन
Kong
झेलेगा?
on the other side, I think he
कौन
has
इस
to. We hadn't seen
लेजीनेस से
as
ऊपर
many
आएगा?
of those star
किसका
moments from
मोमेंटम
Mini
ज्यादा
Boo this
ऊपर
tournament.
रहेगा?
I think a lot of it
वो
has
तो
come
अभी ये
down to
नया
being
मैप
very much an
बताएगा हम
assistant
लोगों को।
player, getting traded out in a lot of these rounds. But the games where he is
बट
still
मैं
playing
अभी
that
इस चीज से नहीं
hyper-aggressive
निकल
style,
पाया हूँ,
setting his team up for success, but also
मैं नहीं
winning a
निकल
lot
पाया
of those
हूँ।
opening duels
लिटरली मैं
and
अभी भी
having those
शॉक में
individual
हूँ।
impact rounds as well. When the game is getting sloppy, like you were
तो
talking about in
जल्दी
this
से यार
match,
आप
Shield,
लोग
it
वीडियो
is
को
really
लाइक
important
करो,
to have him playing
सब्सक्राइब
like
करो
this.
चैनल को यार, प्यार
I was
दिखाओ,
gonna say, when you
सब्सक्राइब
get into
करो
these really
जल्दी,
sloppy
लाल
fights, I
बटन को
noticed from
दबाओ,
the side of Team
बेल आइकन
Heretics,
पे प्रेस
they would be
करो
fumbling
जल्दी
around
से,
with their abilities. Like some
सब्सक्राइब
people
करो
would be
चैनल
taking
को।
out ability, like
हम जा रहे हैं
Dizzy
मैप
coming
नंबर
out or
6
Molly's
में,
coming out
5
from
में सॉरी।
Boo, and the only person that's really on point with how they're able to handle that chaos when situations get really messy, Mini Boo does shine on top because he's so quick. He has to be as raised.
I mean, as we head on to Abyss, though, I am worried for EDG. That is not the way you want to lose on Bind, and you saw it on the faces of those players. They were annoyed, they were angry. Of course you would be in that situation.
It's heartbreaking because you can tell that the pressure is getting to both of the teams. Both of them losing the advantages, losing the ecos, not being able to think through. They already knew that they have a very strong postman, that they have to deny those positions and they have to do it faster. And moving on to Abyss, it becomes even a bigger concern.
Well, to tack onto that point, it's all about that resilience. It's about, as we talked about, the ecos happening earlier. If you lose a bad round because a molly gets blocked or because you get ecoed by sheriffs, being able to bounce back and get that next round right after and mentally reset is so important. And we're seeing that from both teams throughout, and we're going into map 5. That's good to have.
No player on that stage has made it to one of these stages before. None of them have made it to the top 4 of an international event in Valorant until they made it here. Sure, there were the earlier moments for Team Heretics when they were playing in Shanghai, when they were losing in that final. But now it's champions, it's another level, and they have to be thinking back to those second place finishes, using that as motivation to come back and really lock in for this final map here.
You can use it as motivation, but again, is the ghost on your back thinking, I already made it to that map number 5. I was here in this position, and the pressure took the best out of me. We're saying they do not want to come second again, but they're clinging to the situation right now. They should be very comfortable about Abyss. I think that the loss that they had against Leviathan yesterday has to do also with the composition and how we're trying to deal with it. But it is not something that we're going to see from EDG.
Yeah, honestly, it feels like deja vu almost. It was Heretics that was on the receiving end of it. They looked boomed on that last map in Shanghai, and also in the previous grand finals they were in as well this year. But EDG, they've never even played a best of 5 on the global stage. I just want to make sure that they're not going to be boomed going to this map.
Well, boomed is definitely not what you want. When I look at these teams, though, and I look at how the games have been progressing so far throughout, starting from that Haven, even especially in that Lotus, how these big team brawls happen. Pound for pound, these guys are toe-to-toe with each other, and it's difficult to predict how things go, and it does come down to these clutch moments. So what I look for in this next map is that endurance race is about how they're able to stay collected and which team is able to build momentum, a string of 4 or 5 rounds in a row instead of just back-to-back or 2 rounds at a time, switching it off.
I mean, we've questioned the stamina of Team Heretics as we take a look at the agent select. Mimi, we know what this comp does. EDG surely will have some answers as well.
Absolutely. I mean, both these comps play a very similar style. For me, a lot of this is going to come down to the mid control. I feel like both these teams, when we saw them play, especially against Leviathan, struggled with how that Harbor comp was taking space in that area of the map. I think providing pressure there is so important to winning on your mid rounds on Abyss.
दोनों खेल रहे हैं
चैट. We acknowledge Benji's playing on the side.
कैंग का मुझे बिल्कुल पता था कि वो
we need to see the value coming out because I think that for EDG this double controller suits them so well. They're trying to replicate a little bit of what they do on Lotus.
When they can slice up the map like this and force the fights, which they have been really good at, that's when things get worrying for Team Heretics, especially at that B defense getting split on from middle. That's what I look for Team Heretics.
Well, this is it. No more room for mistakes. It all comes down to one final map, and the winner will be our 2024 champions. Give it up one last time. Show some love. Here's Bren and Sideshow.
Thank you very much, guys. Excited to get into this one. It's the crowning moment for one of these teams, but on the other side, it will be bitter disappointment.
And if you think about their stories, EDG getting crucified by their fans early this year, failing to live up to expectations, they rebuilt, kicked the door open here at Champs for Chinese teams at international events. They've shown, they've proved that China can compete for trophies, earned that respect on par with any other region. But Heretics, they are the China Slayers. We saw that at Shanghai, defeating all oncomers from that region. And they've learned so much from the grand finals at Shanghai. You can see it in the way they play, in their tenacity, rather than the manner in which they fell over in that prior grand final.
I mean, there's a certain resilience now about this Heretics team. They know that they are capable of lifting a trophy. It's all about learning from those moments, and they appear to have done just that, bringing us here to Abyss, a defining map in our grand finals.
Look at how EDG takes space on this map. It's all about the smokes. They smoked over towards B and A main, normally where you would see defenders put the smokes, just so that they could take control. And that recon dart also gives them priority onto angles.
Priority almost paying off. Miniboot has to activate the dash. Drop down to 1 HP.
Benji gonna get challenged here.
He's holding the slightest of off angles here with a knife. Activates the cage. He's going to be hiding in this one. Here's that timing and strikes right where it hurts. Kang removed. Chewing up these players as well, but he's just got to try and survive with the flash in his face through the backside control. He can lay claim and lay waste, but Chichu is doing exactly that on the other side of things. A, cracked wide open. Rotations are forced, and damage still yet to be done. Nobody. He's creeping, crawling forwards, finally reveals his hand. He's using the dart to try and get ahead of the timing, but he's dropped instead.
That's way too aggressive for nobody. He's just giving away the advantage, but
Over the
Smoggy's there.
top, Miniboo! The return of the fire, the return of the shot to 2v2. Anyone's game here for the pistol round.
Nobody's distraction, though, has given these players so much space to go and play with. Chichu's post-plant position is ridiculous.
Yeah.
And somehow Miniboo and Benji are reading into it. They're
Timing,
slowly
Miniboo.
clearing this.
Slowly
Yeah,
clearing.
guys,
Damage has been done.
1v1.
Benji doesn't account for Simon.
Timing.
Once more, his
Timing.
rookies in a team. Closes out
Pistol
a round,
round
a
win by
necessary one.
EDG.
It's a bit messy for EDG, but you can see the game plan working fairly well.
इस मैप में EDG को हराना थोड़ा टफ हो सकता है टीम हेरिटिक्स के लिए क्योंकि EDG इस मैप में बहुत ज़्यादा कॉन्फिडेंट रहती है.
Boo completely caught off guard. That's the same kind of timing that Boo himself likes to take on the lurks.
और ये भी बहुत ज़्यादा मोटिवेट है खुद से क्योंकि पिछला मैप ये OT तक ले ही गए थे.
Look at that, smoke's being thrown.
टीम हेरिटिक्स भी बहुत ज़्यादा मोटिवेट है और ये दोनों ही
Makes
टीमें
it very difficult for Team Heretics to contest these
VCT
lines
के लिए
early
लड़
on.
रही हैं. लास्ट
And then when
मैप
they hit the sights,
डिसाइडर
they still
मैप.
use the Astra.
जल्दी से वीडियो को लाइक करो,
Like
सब्सक्राइब
stuns
करो
and
चैनल
tornadoes.
को.
You can stun
जल्दी से.
nade, stun
Let's go.
shock. You'll still have enough smokes. The weakness of the composition, of course, is that they don't really have that flank watch, and it's something that they had to adapt to over the course of the last time they played Abyss.
Well, Benji makes a good go of things. Chichu saved by the concrete.
Take flight.
Nobody going for that re-clear out through mid. See if they can take some space. Who himself looking to potentially take that timing, but no. Instead the stack over towards A, which the gamble will be incorrect.
क्या सीन चल रहा है भाई.
EDG looking like they're going to get a fairly easy opening here on Abyss, the first couple rounds. Dodging those thrifties that were nightmarish on Lotus and Bind, actually.
Yeah, he's going
Both
back and
teams
forth all
running
the
into
time,
it.
right? Yeah. Weapons dropped off. Chichu doesn't want to risk going down here. Hands it off over towards Simon, goes for the plan as well. He's going to be close. Big ult there. Cosmic Divide. One away now. Chichu can go hunting.
The Cosmic Divide is massively impactful on this site as well. Actually, on both sides. Throwing it down to be able to get cheap.
Last player standing.
They realize it. Sonody was one away.
Yeah.
Make the percentage play.
They want to make sure that they deny that ult. I think it is the right
क्या
play,
भाई
though.
मतलब
Yeah, you
ये
don't
जो
deny any
G2 ने किया
situations, deny any like shields or anything like that, but
ये चीज
the
क्या
likelihood
करी
of you
है
actually being able to do a
उतना
lot of
नहीं
damage
होता
when
भाई.
you've already
फाइट लो आप
given
लोग.
EDG full site control. Pretty unfortunate.
Last player
Kill नहीं
Kind
देना
of callous
चाहते
though
थे.
to send Dizzy in there as well.
नहीं
No
चाहते
need for
थे.
that, in my opinion.
Dizzy doesn't do to deserve that. No retrieving that here. Bottom of the pit.
Yeah, the real game begins now though.
Yeah, Miniboo rifle in hand. Alongside Woot. It's a double up, I believe. Hilo set up, and they're going to try and catch this corner with a recall star. Struck that two alongside that flash. This is a little bit precarious as well. These players are going to be trying to meet their match. Holding for the side there. Kang seeking to dash into play, but already dealt with. Dart into one of the players. Woot is tucked. It's at the tipping point here, but he's able to escape in kind.
Yeah, well escaped actually. He was under a huge amount of util pressure
अब
there.
है इनके
I like
पास
the idea from
advantage.
Heretics. They doubled up on the Altor,
मैन
thinking that
एडवांटेज
Chichu was
है
going to play
इन
around
लोगों
for
के
it.
पास. 5v4 है.
So
टीम हेरिटिक्स के पास अभी
picked up.
एडवांटेज
Knife
है.
is broken. Miniboo is low enough still.
यहाँ पे
It's
एक और
one of the
kill
heads of
मिल
these players.
सकती है.
EDG do not like what they've seen. Still,
टाइम रहते
they
ही
don't have
चीचू ने
control
फॉल
of the
बैक
map
कर
anywhere
दिया.
else. They're grouped up here for very much an all-in over towards B.
I think
और इनको
Miniboo's
पता
got to
चल
be
गया
hitting
कि
those.
3 बंदे हैं
people are
साइड पे
walking
तो ये
into his
लोग नहीं पुश
crosshair.
करेंगे.
You have to be good for it. This is the final map of the grand finals of champs.
Only
You cannot let
35
free
seconds
kills
left.
escape.
Boo. Great timing on the swing. A little bit labor with the
बोनस राउंड को
follow-up.
कन्वर्ट नहीं कर
Able
पा
to
रही है.
achieve
3v3
second
सिनेरियो
kill that he
में
was hoping for.
3v4
Stars. Rejuvenated.
दो किल और आती हुई
Miniboo. Talk
टीम
about heating
हेरिटिक्स
up.
की तरफ से और ये
He
राउंड
will turn up.
मोस्टली
Mark of the vengeance.
जीत लिया है टीम हेरिटिक्स ने. तो हम पहुंचेंगे 2-1
Impossible
पे.
task for Smoggy here.
ये भी kill नहीं देंगे लड़.
We're seeing quite a bit of EDG trying to
ये
sneak
kill नहीं
through
देंगे,
along
टूट
this
जाएंगे
back
वो
pillar.
लोग.
10 seconds left.
But ये kill
The more
लेगा
damage he
kill
does, the
देगा.
better it is.
वो लोग
He's not
save
gonna be able to
करेंगे.
get even the plant down. Well, I mean, he'll go for it for the money, of course,
Yeah,
but
for
not
the
to
money.
extend the round.
हाँ.
The tail end. Not the worst scenario.
Economy
Yeah,
down
means
हो
that he has
जाएगी अगर
to
ये
keep the
जाएंगे.
Guardian. Oh no, he gets the upgrade at the end as well. Not bad. Yeah, this is what I was pointing out though. Kang looking to try to jump into B along that cliffside is a little unusual. Great shots from Minibu. He needs to be playing well. He was fantastic on Bind. Really stepped up for them. One of the biggest reasons why Team Heretics were able to deny EDG the trophy, at least for one more map. Team Heretics, though, had a huge defensive anti-strat to try to deny Chishu the ult orb. Well, now he has it. Now he has the Cosmic Divide. What is Team Heretics' game plan around it? We're seeing teams
दोनों के पास
try
buying
to
ground है,
put
किसी का
smokes down
bonus
so
नहीं
that
है,
they can
दोनों
walk
का buy.
through the Cosmic Divide. That's
यहाँ
normally
जो
what
हारती है
teams try
उसको
to run.
face करना पड़ेगा economy का. Economy situations को face करना पड़ेगा.
Map control is still potentially theirs, or through, just in case there's somebody getting cheeky. Shock Dart gets rid of the cam, so it's exactly the intent. Remove the question marks, or at least create them on the side of Heretics. Make them re-explore.
And this area of the mid is so important if the attackers are able to take it. It cuts off those defensive rotates.
Tag onto the one. Smoggy's ahead of most of this.
Full time.
Primes him ready. Pounds being double held, and while the Dizzy gets that acknowledgement connecting. Shots here for Smoggy. Realizes his back is open. The paranoia has to be let loose. Unleashed Dart. Up and over top. Spam potential might be there. Woot. We'll just lock that one down. Crouched up. Finds the angle, but an open B side as a result of it.
TP available
All about
here.
whether EDG can find that spacing, and already in through the back of the site. Unexpected Woot. Let's not get punished though. Flash up and over towards the top. It's gone 1-for-1 with the kills, and Simon! Goodness me, Benji.
2v1, 1v2.
Flatlines him. Brings it to that 1v2. To clutch. They'd love to win. Nobody offers up the kill anyway. 7 bullets remaining. Chichu knows to play his life.
And as he backs up, this is going to be a tough situation for Benji.
Definitely is. On top of it, tap to force out the first round of this. Position to be played. Cam catches it!
Oh, Benji. Benji, you are man. Benji.
Benji pulls off the almost
Benji playing so
impossible.
good.
2 years ago, this guy was here as an influencer. He was invited to come and attend Champs to kind of introduce his Fortnite following to the game that he'd started to play. Did he rely?
So good. You're very good. You're a very good player. I'm proud to play with you.
Did he rely on his following and his clout to get him into a big team? Did he surround himself with stars in Valorant? No. He grinded tier 2. He got himself onto a rookie squad. He wanted to prove himself. Same
Literally,
as
भाई
everybody
बंदे ने
else.
नाम बनाया
My God,
अपना.
he has been.
Yeah, hard work has followed this Heretic squad all throughout this year. Polishing their play, honing it. It's a deadly edge to this Heretic squad. You can feel it now with all the experience that they have got themselves in. Shocks close to cleared away once more, but it's Trip. Lay it down at the feet. Cosmic Divide will ensure that they don't get spammed down. That's precarious. Kang drifting off to the edge there, but the plant should go down without any problem. Simon lays it down onto the floor. 5v5 still, and the flank is being watched ever so slightly. Still, there's that uncertainty. You can see heads on a swivel. Maybe scared of the punish.
Yeah, the star not being laid down here on the spike, actually.
No
Whoa,
one's
they did not expect Kang.
Kang's laying claim towards the back of the side. Nowhere clearing. Miniboo has to strike. Spraying down. Survival is necessary.
Chishu.
Enough for the fire from behind. Rian's now sticking. Pull is late. Half already. And up onto the flank. Chichu has bought him an opportunity. And no one can stand against that.
The two Smokes players pinching from either side, shutting things down, showing you the power of this composition that EDG has brought out on Abyss. Chishu was so far away, properly baiting his team, but in a way to play for that post-plant clutch factor.
One enemy remaining.
I think EDG needed that one after what Benji had done to them previously. It's also knocked the economy, though, of Heretics. Even though Benji won the prior round, he was the only player that stayed alive. EDG's economy looking good. Null command available too.
Plenty of action up through mid. Mini boot might be unaccounted. Bladestorm in his hands, flash in his face.
They've definitely seen him in this spot, though. The question is just how you deal with it. I'm not sure that you really can. You can obviously stun this position. If it was only Miniboo on his own, you could easily deal with it. But you're worried about other people swinging off his contact.
Smoggy. All to get himself out. To play this one, a full 5-player hit. Dart up and over. Peace of mind towards the back of the site. A plan. Nothing to deny it here from Heretics, but up onto the flank, Miniboo has to be the playmaker. Smoke's fading. Kang hard committed. No one to play off of him. Looking to take these angles. It is risky. A play like this, forcing them out into the open, updraft dash and away, but somehow missed the mark in the timing. EDG, they contain the flank, but the flood is now through. Heretics, out through the back now, Smokes and Stars, placed down, trying to divide and conquer in through the map, but Chichu again. It's a 3-piece into the round and Simon to end. 4 rounds now for EDG.
It's looking even better than the last time we saw them on Abyss, in my opinion. EDG had already demonstrated that with this new composition of theirs, they've got a lot of nice execute ideas. They've got good post-plant ideas too. But what they're adding in here is the macro concept of that little pressure towards mid that we've seen on other rounds, the post-plant flank, the awareness. And it's scary if a team like EDG is getting better on a map as the tournament goes on.
Oh yeah.
When it's the decider. And Heretics, they have struggled a little bit here, but I think a lot of that they put down to playing against the Harbor that Leviathan had brought out. The thing is, Lev were using the Harbor to go and take mid control, and that's kind of what EDG are looking to do in some of these situations as well. How would the Heretics respond?
Absolutely. EDG themselves as well had to adapt over the course of a series on this.
क्या मैचेस हो रहे हैं आज सुबह से? हम 5th मैप पे हैं.
Has an ult in the back pocket.
5th map.
Heretics with the timeout, they have to stop the bleeding in its tracks.
इतने insane मैसेज आज हमें सिचुएशन देखने को मिली है वैलोरेंट में कि बता नहीं सकता भाई. ये लास्ट डिसाइडर मैप जो इस साल का VCT चैंपियंस डिसाइड करेगा. तो गाइस जल्दी से जुड़ जाओ वीडियो के साथ, लाइक करो वीडियो को, सब्सक्राइब करो चैनल को. जल्दी से.
Upsurge at the start of the year and their Shanghai performances. EDG have come out of the blue. You know them from previous years, but this one would be a surprise.
I think even for the most die-hard of fans, nobody was expecting this. EDG not missing a beat. It's just that here.
It's so tough to deny this space from them. They're just ready to execute in any round because you can't take away a main.
No pushback, damage done. Stray bullets, Rians really needs to be careful here.
Playing in Benji.
Flashes out and through Benji, in through the back once more. Shock darts, laying down the damage, laying down the bullets, but it's just a bit delayed. Rians can't quite deny that one. And out of Thrash, trying to play them back in, it's still sprayed down off to the side, collecting these kills. Dissecting the map, Heretics are trying to flood their way back in once more, but Stars are laying down, darts revealing all. Post-plan util for days on EDG's side. It comes down to the shots being hit. Wu with the defuse, once more to pull in sight. No half obtained. And drop down to the wire. Hunter's Fury will close with no issues at all. Wu is left to scramble. And EDG holds strong.
EDG.
Heretics have not come up with the answer here. They can't figure out what to do against EDG. It's so difficult to anchor onto the site. Everybody's coming in immediately after Kangkang. Kangkang's being supported by recon darts, flashes, stuns from the Astra as well. And if you can't anchor, well, can you try to retake against this? It's very difficult. The post-plant power is super good from EDG's composition.
Flood defending, good luck. Map is ginormous. The economy is booming for EDG. It's a 3-round lead. Looking to keep it going, looking to maintain it all the way through.
I think this is a nice adjustment from Boo, this smoke that he's put down over towards B. Because it tries to keep EDG back a little bit. They've been aiming to take that space themselves. But if they're worried about somebody pushing forwards and playing inside the smoke, it will stall them out a little. But I don't think that's going to be the key difference to Heretics winning the map. It's just a small piece of the puzzle.
Got to come up with answers outside of a round like this where the money is not.
And I think they need a fundamental change, because otherwise EDG looks super comfortable.
Just going to give them B main, A main control the whole time, as you were already talking about.
And mid as well, though.
Yeah, you're letting them just explore every single option.
Yeah. Here they smoke off mid. Now, whether or not they're going there, or whether that's just to pull people towards the center of the map for the defenders, remains to be seen. But you see that Heretics, they are just sat back pretty passively. And okay, this one's an eco, but it's reminiscent of how they've played the majority of their defense half so far. I need to see them getting aggressive on defense here, I think.
Nice pushback, Dash is active. In through, there's the slightest of timings, but Rian, the shot just missing. Defense in ordered here. Simon just pushing back the invaders onto the site. It is theirs. Rian's ult just popped off. It's a winnable scenario, and the kill is collected. Spike needs to go down. 4 seconds, nobody. Will he be able to stick it? Denied! From the brink, Heretics found their answer.
There's no way again! Reminiscent of Haven, that EDG are losing these rounds to the clock. Heretics throwing that utility in perfectly, but even seeing that as a win condition, as an opportunity,
that takes
to me is ludicrously good. I didn't think there was much they could do there to stop that from going down. But with such little time, Rian's found that denial. And the Mosh was within, what, 0.3 of a second?
So close.
What a MasterCard thrifty.
Heretics are right back at it. It's an off in the hands of Mini-Boot. Not the adjustment that we were perhaps looking for, but they have changed the defensive setup, but mid is open as a result of it. Just a one trip to watch. It's still a weak point.
The trip is desperately important here. Do they see it? Yes, and before they run into it too.
Broken. Mid compromised, pings are already out. EDG looking to maybe set their sights over towards A.
You have to pull people back from the site to monitor these connectors now. You probably have to go for a re-clear, but that's difficult with Mini-Boo opping.
How do you clear through the fog of war? Smokes at their back, Benji Fishy. Here's the dash, knows his time is now. That's a mosh pit that he just kicks right into their face, and they weren't perhaps expecting that. Still, Spike dropped down to the feet. The side opened up overwards, at least B main. 3 versus 3 though, this is rapid by Heretics, looking to shore this one up. Potential for the flood, but an off retake, as you mentioned, is never ideal. Whips it around him, but he dropped. 2v2.
Here.
Not willing to give up that operator just yet, Kang. Down into the bridge, almost takes the timing straight past the Dizzy. He's causing all sorts of problems, mischief right now, and he just needs to buy time for Simon. Striking right where it hurts, dropping these players in their tracks.
One more round for EDG.
Still here to play and still here to win a trophy.
They're not creeping closer, they're galloping towards it at the moment. They've knocked Heretics down onto another eco round. This one, that mid-pressure once more, the macro, it's looking lovely. Nobody's calling is excellent here on the attack side. Even with Mini-Boo hitting the quick scope, EDG still get themselves into a spot where they're able to convert. Perhaps if they, in that round, if Boo had been able to win his fight as a site anchor, maybe it could have been doable, but he's 1-8 right now. The IGL struggling to get a grasp on the game and a grasp on his gun.
Just not seeing it. Tag up 2. Trip's gonna be broken. Boo under all that pressure. The heat is turned up. Boo can only do so much. It's 1 kill before the fire is returned.
And this time the adjustment from Heretics was that double push. I said I wanted to see them get aggressive on defense. The problem is the map is so big.
Yeah.
It just takes so long for Mini-Boo and Woot to pull off this flank.
Mind the time to get into this fight. Time, as you said, already ticks off. Could be missing the mark on some of this one here. Smuggy's got a lot to watch for here, but Same can be said for Heretics. Dizzy though. Spots it out still, he's expecting it!
One more round for EDG, 7-3.
At this point, EDG are not being stopped by anything at all.
Heretics need a game plan adjustment. They've got to figure out a solution here if they want any hope. If bind is to mean anything, they need to figure an answer, because EDG's composition, which is pretty unique, we do not see other teams running this kind of comp. It's just been unstoppable on their attack side.
Force the issue for Heretics here. As you said, they have to come up with the right answers. It's the second timeout burnt. Final map here of our grand finals. It's all on the line and more. It's your entire year culminating. As I said prior, I have a bitter disappointment where you can revel in the glory of a trophy lift that you've only dreamed of up to now.
Heretics have been dreaming about it since that loss in Shanghai. Hoping to take it on the second go around, and it looks like it's slipping further and further away from them. I promise you that trophy, it's equidistant from both teams on the stage, but every time we look, it's inching towards EDG. Willing it in their direction, the fans, the players, the plays they're making. I think this round is everything here. It's the difference between a 9-3 or possibly a 7-5 recovery for Heretics. The ults favor them.
Exactly so. You have the ults to work with, but there's trials and tribulations all across the map.
I was watching EDG the last time they played Abyss. Smoggy actually ulted onto B rafters as part of their exec. So don't put it beyond EDG to do something absolutely nuts here with it all on the line.
Bit of presence from EDG. I think they're worried about the re-clear. Woot has the thrash. Leaving Simon spike in hand.
They've seen this trick before up in mid. I'm surprised they're not sending a shock to try to clear it.
That's easy enough over the top. Don't have to open up your body to it.
Setting up for the A-split, which we've not seen very much of. Nobody in mid, nobody to try to punish.
It's a fake, I think. Potentially trying to pull these players for Simon to capitalize, but no, the call is cancelled anyway. They want to take this one in the direction of A. Bodies are still lining up. Reinforcements arriving here in the footsteps. It's a rumble and a scattered fight indeed. Skirmish to be taken. EDG are striking right where it hurts. Nobody's detained. But honestly, again, the scaling that is required. Touch to the side and the weapon's right out. Ready to strike. Boo is dropped in place. And Mini Boo left with it all to do. It's just not possible.
अब मिला है कोई इनको इस मैप के बराबर। टीम हेरिटेक्स नहीं जानती थी कि EDG इस मैप में कितना स्ट्रॉन्ग है, वो ये दिखा रही है कितनी स्ट्रॉन्ग दिख रही है EDG इस मैप में। 8 राउंड जीत चुकी है EDG और 3 राउंड लास्ट राउंड में पहुंच चुके हैं मैप नंबर 5।
When two players went to go and re-explore, I don't think they were expected to see 4 of EDG there. They thought that was setting up for an A-split. They thought they caught the timing and were starting to rotate. They don't have enough information around the map. They're not playing aggressively enough on the defense side, and they're allowing EDG to run over them.
It scraps with the bye. Final round of the first half of our final map of Champs 2024.
And this drone is going to spot an open site. No defenders, no anchors. Nobody to even break the drone and threaten like there could be anybody there.
Key's been left in the door. Spike exchanges of the hands. You hear these footsteps and have a tap as well, seeing what the reaction is, and maybe counter spam. Push back posture. Boo can't stand against it. Cosmic Divide though is ready, lying in wait.
The protocols are so good from EDG to get the plant down. They're not getting caught by this.
Benji though, up onto the cross, that was up through mid. Kankan was trying to be that delayed pressure, presence, potential. It's all going to be removed now, and you can try and flood these players right back in. G2, spammable angle, finally removed. Front of the site is theirs, and here is the ult. Cosmic Divide has to be used, Simon. What is that? Hunter's Fury, off and around. Where's the next layer to all of this here? Wingman onto the defuse, Minibu sticking already, hold the line, crossfires, in order, in action, Heretic.
Let's go. हमने हाफ कंप्लीट कर लिया था बट सिचुएशंस डिफिकल्ट होती रहती है मेरे केस में, तो भाई मैं कुछ नहीं कर सकता हूँ इससे रिलेटेड। मेरे में सिचुएशंस डिफिकल्ट होती हैं और इस चीज़ को मैं देख पा रहा हूँ अपनी स्ट्रीम में। मेरी एक स्ट्रीम ऑलरेडी बंद हो गई थी बट ये स्ट्रीम दोबारा चालू की है मैंने, और हम लगभग 2 घंटे से होने वाले हैं हम लोगों को लाइव आए हुए, तो 2 घंटे होने ही वाले हैं लगभग। हाँ जी, 2 घंटे होने ही वाले हैं, तो वो भी हमारी 3-3.5 घंटे से पहले हम उसमें लाइव थे और अब आप इसमें लाइव हैं। तो यार गाइस जल्दी से वीडियो को लाइक करो यार, सब्सक्राइब करो चैनल को। मैच थोड़ा सा नेट की वजह से कभी कभार इशू दे देता है बट उसको रिजॉल्व करने का काम है मेरा और मैंने करा है और वापस इस स्ट्रीम को चालू किया। तो यार प्यार दिखाओ इस सिचुएशंस में, सब्सक्राइब करो यार चैनल को, लाइक करो वीडियो को, समझो गाइस, मेहनत समझो यार, सब्सक्राइब टू चैनल।
Which if you remember back, we've had
Subscribe to
players
my
within
channel,
touching
please,
distance.
please.
I think I'm right in saying Zekken even matched it actually at Madrid. But it seems like they might be breaking history in every single way, EDG, on this tournament run.
Pushing past their own limits. They weren't content with just sitting at that 3rd place, 2nd place. This is a team that know that trophy is in striking distance. The first trophy lift for China in their sights. Kang taking that contact, taking point. Backs himself down now. Nerves need to be settled here.
Yeah, boy.
Risky venture from Kang.
Let's go, let's go. यार यहाँ पे हेरेटिक्स अटैक कर पाएगी
Information in A and B main, throwing that recon dart
क्योंकि
out.
4 राउंड की लीड है EDG के पास और EDG काफी अच्छा परफॉर्मेंस दिखा रही है अपना इस मैप में और मुझे लग रहा है कि वो ये मैप जीत सकती है।
Realizing that this part of the map
फुल एंड फुल चांस है
Simon's
ये
going to be asked a
मैप
lot
जीत
of.
जाएगी EDG
Just the info though, and he's going to be backing away.
ECD चैंपियन बन जाए।
Pings it out, concedes the space, puts the warning sign onto the minimap.
I like this though. Team Heretics, they're pushing back those players and they're also denying that mid connector. Now if Simon wants to rotate, he's got to go all the way through spawn, and same could be said for Kang and Smoggy. That puts,
hold on,
nobody in Chishu on an island, but nobody. What are you doing? Giving away your position here.
Yeah, I mean, firing the dart.
He gets away with it.
The play was being made here, and they've lost control of mid into the process. Oh my God! Nobody!
हम लोग ये कहते हुए एक चीज भूल जाते हैं कि हम कहाँ पर कौन सा मैच देख रहे हैं। हम देख रहे हैं वैलोरेंट।
He's come up with the pistol round that might have sealed the deal for China, for EDG, for the team that he just took over IGLing for.
EDG ने ये राउंड जीत लिया है।
In the captain's seat. Pushing out onto assistant coach.
हम लोग।
And he's just made one hell of a play here in round 13.
This year,
3 राउंड।
the year of first for VCT.
इस मैप को VCT बनाने के लिए
the
चाहिए।
hometown territory of EDG themselves. But they are well on course to make history.
ये मैप
for
बहुत
themselves,
crucial था EDG के।
carving out a place amongst the elites.
Chishu could get overwhelmed here.
Definitely could. Plenty of bodies here. Tap goes the Guardian. Well, bullet spread. Fallen prey to it still. Nobody seeking to redeem. Chance of that. Reinforcements are but it's peeking out. Shot dart. Delay.
लाइक बने रहो वीडियो के साथ, लाइक करो वीडियो को, चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करो।
BB4 plant is down. Heretics have that extra money to work with, but they'd love the round even more. Flash dodged. Now the drone. Broken, cleared. Kang's through. Has that Marshall in play. Benji has to make one of himself. The peaks of perfection from EDG. And we are reaching
double digits. EDG. EDG डबल डिजिट में पहुंच चुकी है और अब हम डबल डिजिट रीच कर गए हैं.
They were 3 rounds away on Bind from being able to win this tournament. But at that point, they were not in the driver's seat. It would have taken 3 cleanly to get to overtime and then to win. Here, Heretics are 6 away from even tying the game up.
The energy in the Inspire Arena is reaching a crescendo. The crowd can feel it. It's up to Heretics to put a stop to it.
Let's go EDG, champion EDG. हाँ भाई, जीत गई है EDG लगभग ये. 3 राउंड चाहिए EDG को VCT champion बनने के लिए और 2 राउंड मैच पॉइंट के लिए.
Taking A main control, looking for information over towards B. On this map, Boo's lurks, often super important, but he's a player that hasn't particularly been able to get online in this final map. On the defense side, brutalized, currently 3 and 13. As many assists as he has kills. Horrible way to end. But Heretics are going to hope that they can revive on attack. This a fake. Boo calls Rienz over. Looking to apply some pressure, keep these players rooted to the spot. Maybe weaken A just a little. Smoggy already thought it was a fake, actually. He started rotating away when it was only the drone.
Yeah, I think he was dodging out the sideline as well when he was tagged by the drone. He didn't want to get spammed from that spot, but you're right, it could have been a bait and switch to fake out.
And I mean, look at the way that Simon's pathing too. They're reading into this.
Oh, yeah.
It's so similar to what Nobody himself does to fake.
30 seconds
The Util is primed and ready. Into the hands of these players on either side here. It's a pull to meet that one with the Dizzy. Pound for pound, bodies are going to drop and fall, but it's hard. It's perfect once more. Nobody and Simon, they combine their might. They drop these Heretics players dead.
हो गया जी टीम Heretics का, हो चुका है guys.
Needs to get this kill and will do just that. Defending, punched up, Rienz, rounded about.
Oh, Kang. Oh my god. Oh my god. 11 before.
goes and does
11 before.
Not only clutching the round, getting
तो 2 राउंड चाहिए EDG को ये मैप जीतने के लिए और VCT चैंपियन बनने के लिए.
In a BO5 at a global event. He knows he's the protagonist. He knows that this is his story to write. We are 2 rounds away from a brand new region, 2 years late to Valorant, in case you missed the memo. And to them lifting a trophy.
Heretics are going to go for the Cosmic Divide play, looking for the plant, looking to try to play the post.
It's fast and loose, but it's what they require in a moment like this. Up and over, Chichu weaving in and out, needs to stay alive in this time, but already being swarmed, Dizzy up and around in his face. And kills are collected at least. With Chichu dropped, there's a chance. Plan already down for Heretics. What the ults are good for here. But up through heaven as well, plenty more bodies left to meet them. Spamming away, Mini Boo! Sheriff in hand. He's done enough surely for them. No rifle picked up, but the damage done with those 2 players dropped. He's got to be feeling good about it. Players retreat, EDG realizing, let's give this one up. Let's play for it at a future round.
Every round is going to feel like a mountain to climb for Heretics. They need so many of them. This one, hugely important, but they're not going to have an ultimate like that to work with every day of the week.
50 round for
another
team Heretics.
We've seen so many of them.
अगर यहाँ इस मैप में भी बने रहना है तो equalize करना होगा EDG को. Back to back 6 round जीतने पड़ेंगे EDG के खिलाफ. ये EDG का bonus round था. Next round EDG buy करेगी और team Heretics को उस buy को लेना होगा अपने hand से. और यहाँ बहुत जरूरी है ये राउंड, क्रूशल राउंड है टीम हेरेटिक्स के लिए. अगर वो यहाँ लूज करती है तो मैच पॉइंट ले लेगी EDG और फिर एक ही राउंड बचता है इस मैप को क्लोज करके VCT चैंपियन बनने में. सिर्फ एक राउंड.
Probably to accompany this, and yes it is. Moves its way through the dart though. Responds and Heretics push back. Defensive play of EDG.
Yeah, Kankan there as well, rattling out either information or commands.
गाइस जल्दी से वीडियो को लाइक कर दो यार, चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर दो.
Momentum, the economy as well on the side now of Heretics. Have money to work with, but the issue is the buffer in terms of rounds is not exactly there. It's a high-low from EDG, and a big test here for Chichu and nobody. Rotating around though, they've given up the positions that they were once holding. Smoke activated, nobody's inside it. Trying to get ahead of the curve and ahead of most of these players as well, but barrels out, instant trade, Woot is good for it. Star up and over, Chichu trying to stun, trying to stay alive, but against that, it's an onslaught, and it's overwhelming. Simon back in the fray, and the fight, but dropped at a moment's notice like that. This is Heretics again with an open answer to this B site.
That Mosh lineup is really good for being able to deal with the way that Chishu wants to anchor the site. He only had a Sheriff in hand. We've seen nobody go for plays like that where he tucks inside a smoke, and to be honest, even on the pistol round most recently, it did actually pay off for him. He got out, got 3. But this time, 1 for 1, and that trading from Heretics that they rely on comes through. They actually need those weapons. Kills like that, really important. Look at Smoggy's credits. Got nothing to work with. He, at the very least, needed to save a gun. And Kang backs off.
Bit of wandering, bit of wading into the side towards the tail end. They do collect that kill. Keep it as a consolation prize.
One more round for Team Heretics.
The benefit for Heretics here is they're generating these ults. The petrol motion machine, you can definitely keep it rolling.
इन लोगों के चेहरे बता रहे हैं कि ये लोग कितना सैड हैं, क्योंकि इन्होंने बहुत एग्रेशन दिखाया था कल भी लेविएटान के खिलाफ, और आज भी ये शुरू से एग्रेशन थे, बट अब थोड़ा सा लाइट हो चुके हैं क्योंकि EDG ने इनको थोड़ा लाइट परफॉर्मेंस दिखा दिया है अपना.
Who needs an opening ceremony? Get these guys out here next time.
And if that's, if that doesn't speak volumes of the state of mind of these Heretics players, that's the difference for them. Heretics now, once more with a tempo. They might have been looking to strike that. Dart lands up towards heaven.
This is all a fake. You see the spike going in the opposite direction here.
Yeah, sails over. And
it's a really convincing fake, though.
Of course, it's got 3 players behind it. Kang activates the dash to no avail. He's not going to be getting any action anytime soon.
One of the problems with this round. Hello, the spike's coming back over to this side of the map.
What is the call?
What is going on here? Boo's changing his mind, perhaps. One of the weird things is that Heretics like to play offside post plants. They love them. You can't really do that this round.
कब गलती
You're just
करेगी
going to end up locked
Heretics?
away.
कब
That Cosmic Divide
गलत जगह
face
पुश
is going to
करेगी?
be very difficult to play around.
मुझे लग रहा है यही राउंड है गलत पुश करने वाला.
Have to be called here for Heretics. And it worries me that Boo is so far away.
The reveal.
यही राउंड गलत है पुश करने के लिए.
Stack of players now coming. Dart. It's going to be Cloudburst. Just cannot defend. Kang away from that angle. Still Heaven untouched. And Chichu around the back as well. Good with the aim, but still damage not enough done. Hunter's Fury, if nobody is let loose, it's ripped out into place, and the kill is collected but used in kind by Rians. It's not an ult that they're going to have here. And EDG, they can pounce on this. They can claim that 12.
They can back off sight. Chishu fell in the midst of all of this. No Cosmic Divide available.
But still potentially overzealous. Past their own trips into the backside controller. Paranoia sweeps his way through and cuts out those angles. Dart up and over. Swing from Benji. Boo provides the finishing cover. And the firing line is there. Simon can only do so much. The position like this.
एक राउंड और आता हुआ है टीम हेरिटिक्स के लिए. अब 4 राउंड चाहिए EDG को इक्वलाइज करने के लिए. तो बने रहो यार, ये मैच भी बहुत ज़्यादा क्लोज जाने वाला है. और मुझे लगता है कि EDG ये मैच जरूर जीतेगी, बट थोड़ा सा क्लोज जाएगा. एक गलती टीम हेरिटिक्स की EDG को ये मैच जिता देगी, और वो एक गलती होने ही वाली है.
EDG are taking attack time out here to talk about things.
I was trying to drop you the bomb for so long, and I kept dropping my gun.
Well, I guess that'll happen when the nerves are coming out.
EDG ने ले लिया है अपना टाइम आउट. पहला टाइम आउट यूज किया है इस मैप में.
These players
जरूरी था ये टाइम आउट. अभी मैं अपनी स्ट्रीम को चेक कर लूं कि वो प्रॉपर्ली वर्क कर रही है नहीं कर रही है, क्योंकि वो वर्किंग नहीं चल रही थी जब अभी थोड़ी देर पहले बंद हो गई थी.
When he first started playing Valorant, he was just a boy with a dream. He really was so young. And throughout his meteoric rise in China, to his explosive entry onto the global stage, and then these scarring defeats earlier this year, I feel like he's been adapting, persevering. He's also grown into the one man who could actually fulfill that young boy's dream. There's only one Kanka. You see it in the fact that he set the record here.
Game miss नहीं होगा आपका stream जरूर check करने जाएगा but game miss नहीं होना.
It's poetic, I think. This matchup here, Heretics. They got brothers in arm, quite literally brothers in arm. Minibu and Boo aiming for that trophy, trying to take a stab at it. And Kang himself has been carrying the namesake of his brother this entire time.
Light buy किया है EDG ने.
All for that trophy lift that both of these teams are going to be hoping.
और proper buy के साथ Team Heretics push कर रही है.
To work with Benji Fishy has to hold back the line, overwhelmed and swarmed. Too many bodies. The Blade Storm is unleashed. Kang trying to make the most of this. Right there behind them, they've lost control of the flank. Heretics have to keep a watchful eye onto this one, but options available if they want to flip the map.
Timing.
Low enough. One bullet will do
Timing.
it. Kang aims to do the most.
Timing.
Sightline head is found. Out for the side once more. Boom.
Timing.
Swings. Perfect timing, but leaps into the fray and wasn't expecting that. Smokey, fully aware. Rians potentially accounted for, maybe heard the footsteps, maybe not, I'm not too sure still. Gets the job done. Time is ticking, to do it all. Crash in hand. You can see to deny, you can see to delay. Up and over the TP. Woot! Has he got it done?
That's so close.
The circle shrinking.
I don't think he's got it.
It's milliseconds.
EDG से हो चुकी है गलती.
Oh my!
Oh! Literally. Fuck.
20 milliseconds away from taking EDG.
EDG match point नहीं गई है.
Tournament point.
भाई Team Heretics के साथ किस्मत है. ये क्या हुआ है bro? Head clutch.
Woot's no stranger to coming down to the wire.
का clutch हो चुका है.
Do you think he was confident about the internal clock there?
I don't know. It's a nail biter.
Oh my god.
Reminiscent of that final
Half
round
second.
of 4 rounds in a row now for Heretics and the Red Bull clutch. They can't even believe it.
कितनी ऐसी situations आएंगी जिसमें मुझे shock रहना पड़ेगा इस map को लेके.
Control is shifting.
मतलब आज का VCT इतना shocked है कि नहीं पता चल रहा है कि कौन जीत रहा है.
Arena dipped in red, I see. Is that a tech pause once more?
Another quick one by the sounds of it, is what I'm being told.
Technical pause.
My God, we were talking earlier about how some of these pauses in the action had come at spots where it was an imbalanced situation anyway.
Oh yeah.
Can't even remember what map it was. I think it was Sunset. One team vastly in control. That was EDG at the time. Now here, cut the tension with a knife. The people in the arena don't know whether to start cheers or to chew the ends of their fingers off.
Oh yeah.
Because it's so real, the possibility of this comeback. EDG were fully in control, and now they're having to avoid letting it all go away from them. We're back in.
Yeah, straight back in. The timer is ticking. Kang hyping the back up, keeping the morale and players on their feet. Like you said, the comeback is very much on. It's very much real. You cannot let moments like this define.
जल्दी निकल गए हमारी tech pause से.
Chances slip away.
और हम पहुंच चुके हैं.
It's a rapid play from Heretics.
एक और EDG के round
Dash to
में.
the side. Evacuation. Caught on either side.
ये round बहुत crucial होने वाला है EDG के लिए.
Potentially the danger zone. Dizzy up and over the top. Connections abound. Heretics are dropping them all in their place. It's Rians. Watchful eye onto all the angles. He dominates them onto the site. Simon to respond, but it's only the one. Ult is available in the back pocket. But do you choose to use it? Do you choose to commit? Heads available, ready to be popped. But it's all Rians and Woot, side by side. He slapped them down.
The Turkish brothers in arms. Playing next to the Lithuanian brothers in blood, Heretics. They've just come out with another blinder, and they've taken the final kill, denying a crucial gun away from EDG. Chishu has no money to play
अब
with.
2 राउंड पीछे रह गई है टीम हेरिटिक्स और EDG की इकोनॉमी खराब हो चुकी है.
5 in a row. 5 in a row. And I was so ready to tell you the story of heartbreak for Heretics. A squad that has got so close in the past with rookies on this team. Honed and polished over the course of the year. And it was looking like they were going to be denied that chance at a trophy. But fate wrangled, twisted out of the hands of these EDG players. The pressure shifted onto them and Kang forced to step up to the moment. Dash to avoid.
Oh my god. EDG. ये situations निकाल ही लेती है. Oh, match point by EDG.
Almost single-handedly.
The angel of death has descended on Heretics. What did we just watch with Guardian in hand?
There's no way. Snaps it up.
Shots.
On Lotus, they ended it on a thrifty. Here, Kang once more breaks
Okay, bye.
with that
Kang.
He's now got the most kills in any BO5 in competitive Valorant in VCT. Globals, regionals, anything. This guy's farming.
Match point, VCT champions. क्या बनेगी EDG? यहीं close करके ये map. OT में जाना है तो टीम Heretics को 3 राउंड जीतने पड़ेंगे.
You were all ready to tell the story of heartbreak for Heretics. I hope you didn't throw away the pages of the book.
Oh no, it's still there. Come so close to the finish line once more. Closer than ever before to the finish line. Touching distance of the trophy. EDG steal it right back. Kang in hand. The signature weapon of this man right here. Been highlighting him, been gassing him. He's going to be under that pressure.
Oh my god, Kang.
One shot found. And a chisel slowly etching away the potential for EDG to make history for China. A trophy lift in sight. Rians with the plan. Cosmic Divide providing that safety. But it fades away. And a reset called for.
गलत हो रहा है.
Player disadvantage still here.
यहाँ पेश कर दिया Kang ने.
And shut Simon with the ult. Paranoia sweeps. This is it. Attempted to
Kang.
Quick stop in blaze. EDG. It's up to Boo.
1v2.
To push the back and away. TP's up and over. No kill to be found. It's one man. What can he do?
Let's go. EDG champion the VCT. EDG ने जीत लिया 2024 का VCT चैंपियनशिप और EDG बनती है नंबर 1 टीम.
After 4 years of hard work,
Nice try.
blood and sweat,
Nice try.
today, my finally
Team
see
Heretics.
that time for the tears that Kang's been
Nice
holding
try.
back.
Nice try. Kang.
Said he
Well
wouldn't cry
played, bro.
until he
Well
won a
played.
championship.
You deserve
He
this,
didn't
bro.
just win today. He sealed, signed, and delivered the game for them at the end there on Abyss.
Oh
His tears on the other side
Thank
as 2
you.
back-to-back grand finals fall away from Heretics. Heartbreaking.
Not this time, yeah. Not this time. Not this fucking time.
Realizing that they came so close to that glory.
कोई नहीं यार Benji. Well played यार Benji. Well played bro.
Fortunately for them, not to be their day. Instead it's EDG, a trophy lying in wait.
It's theirs. China has the hunger. Viewership records are nothing compared to the appetite for trophies, I can tell you that. And it can never be sated, that appetite. The high that they're feeling now, I'm sure is just going to drive EDG back to the climb, ever chasing. And this is a squad that knows what it is to chase. But what a year they've had. This team is mostly
well played,
rookies to
Team
make
Heretics,
to
well
the
played.
finals. Other
भाई
teams
तुम
were
भी
killed
जीते हो
in
यार
the spots
VCT,
that
ऐसी
they
बात
found
नहीं.
themselves in this
तुमने
year.
दो बेस्ट टीमों को हरा के फाइनल्स में आए हो, सेंटिनल और लेविएटान.
They'll be thinking about this moment.
Well played,
Quite
well
some
played,
time,
yeah.
respect shown between
Well
these
played.
two teams. EDG though, are the stars of our show.
और 2024 की VCT EDG, let's go. Oh भाई कैंग का बहुत बड़ा स्मोगी, कैंग, साइमन, चीचू, ये सारे बंदे नोबडी तो कैसे बोल सकते हो यार आप? ये डिजर्व करते हैं ये ट्रॉफी. कैंग.
It's vindicating, it's validating. But Kang and the rest of his squad have finally lifted the trophy. Not just for EDG, for the
अरे यार प्लीज मत हो यार ऐसा, प्लीज मत हो. मूड खराब
region as a whole. And as I said prior, 2 years late to the party of ECT. They were playing catch up. People thought it might never arrive. Here to stay.
Gankog was talking about holding back tears at previous events, but there's no sign of that on his face today. Smoggy overwhelmed in the moment, as you'd expect. But this squad, they look like, for the most part, they are relishing the moment.
Oh yeah, it's got to be cathartic.
Surrounded by fans, traveled from far and wide to see history made. It was history for EDG to even get here to play in this arena. They've never made top 4 before.
No.
They certainly never lifted a trophy.
Never lifted a trophy, not on the global stage. Like you said, they never made top 4 before. And they weren't content with stopping at that point. They broke past their limits all throughout this tournament. But the trophy was the sole goal, and they knew that they were capable of lifting it.
An unbelievable game that we had. Ending here on Abyss, with so many players from EDG stepping up. Simon too deserves talking about. This guy turning up to his first ever international
एक बंदा EDG का ये ट्रॉफी डिजर्व करता है. उन्होंने क्या
It's an unbelievable story. One that most players dream of. But for him, it's a reality. For EDG, it's a reality. No longer that distant dream of wondering when they will be able to contest, hold a candle to the rest of the regions.
China are here. For some esports, there's a before and an after. When certain regions, Korea, China, whichever it might be, get involved, it's very possible that we have been living in the before.
Oh yeah.
We may end up looking back on this years from now as a turning point. With the viewership, the player base, the size that it is in China, EDG could just be the first. But what a first they've been to not only open the door, which is what Kang said all along. Their job was to open the door for the whole region. They booted it open, slammed it down, crushed Heretics underneath the other side.
कुछ राउंड ऐसे थे जो कि टीम हेरिटिक्स की तरफ गए और बहुत ज़्यादा गए. But ये 4 किल मैच पॉइंट डिसाइड करा है इसमें. जब EDG नीचे जा रही थी और टीम हेरिटिक्स ऊपर आ रही थी, कम बैक कर रही थी, जब ये 4 किल आई कैंग की तरफ से, और क्या जबरदस्त ये VCT चैंपियन हमें मिल गया है.
EDG, your 2024 champions.
Welcome back, everyone. Now, joining us tonight will be Valorant Studio Head Anna Donlin and Global Head of Valorant Esports Leo Faria to help us congratulate our champions, EDG! 네, 우승팀 시상에는 애나 던런 발로란트 스튜디오 헤드, 레오 파리아 발로란트 e스포츠 글로벌 총괄님께서 수고해 주시겠습니다. Congratulations, EDG. Guys, let's hear from the champions. Simon, I'm gonna go to you first. You joined the team just a month ago, and now here you are as the world champion. Not everybody gets to do that. Not everybody can do that. So how does it feel to be the champion of the world? 사이먼 선수 불과 한 달 전에 팀에 합류해서 한 달 뒤 이렇게 세계 챔피언이 됐습니다. 아무나 이렇게 챔피언이 될 수 있는 건 아니잖아요. 지금 기분이 어떤지 물어보고 싶네요.
赛梦选手，你在1个月之前其实才刚刚加入到 EDG， 你就站在这里获得了世界冠军的头衔，不是所有人都有机会能够做到这样，也不是所有人都能做到这样。那现在站在这里，你的心情怎么样呢？
很激动，也很开心。然后我能站到这里，也是因为他们，就每个人的努力。对。
I'm really happy and excited. I'm here because all of the effort from my teammates.
너무 행복하고요. 그리고 사실 이렇게 챔피언이 될 수 있었던 공은 옆에 있는 선수들에게 모두 돌리겠다고 얘기했습니다. 이어서 스모기 선수 만나볼게요. 눈물이 멈추지 않는 것 같은데요. 눈물 뒤에는 어떤 의미가 있는지 물어보겠습니다. 스모기, I see tears. It's an emotional night for you. Tell us, what's behind the tears?
Smoky 选手，我们可以看到你非常激动的流下了泪水，这对你来说一定是一个思绪万千的夜晚。能不能告诉我们，在这眼泪的背后代表着什么呢？
我觉得我们太他妈不容易了。然后。从伊斯坦布尔到现在，我觉得这条路走得太难了。然后我觉得团队里的所有人为了这个梦想都特别努力。
यार कितना रो रहा है भाई।
我很感谢EDG的所有人。
It is really not easy for us from Istanbul, to now to here. It's freaking hard for everyone, and it's because all of the effort from all of my teammates, and I thank every one of them.
진짜 이스탄불부터 여기까지 오기 쉽지 않았거든요. 스모기 선수 말로 존나 힘들었다고 합니다. 근데 팀원들이 한 명 한 명 너무나도 잘해줬고 너무너무 고마운 마음이고 이 팀원들 덕분에 여기까지 올라올 수 있었다고 얘기를 했습니다. 옆에 있는 캉캉 선수 만나보도록 할게요. 눈물은 흐르지 않네요. 사람들이 정말 챔피언은 그냥 태어나는 게 아니다. 만들어진다라고 얘기를 하잖아요. 캉캉 선수를 챔피언으로 만들어준 것, 그 빛나는 요소는 뭐였는지도 묻고 싶습니다. 캉캉, no tears from you? But they say the heroes are not born, they're made. So what was it that made you into a world champion besides the trophy itself?
康康今天没有眼泪哦，没有哭哦。他们都说，其实冠军不是凭空而生的，而是锻造出来的。那你觉得是什么成就你成为了冠军呢？
我觉得这个东西有很多吧，像我的兄弟们、我的家人、我身后的无数个人，我支持我的粉丝们，还有以及 VCTCN 所有的队伍，他们都在我们背后，我们为什么不能拿这个冠军？
My brothers, my families, my friends, and of course, all of the fans behind us, and finally, of course, all of the teams from VCTTN, all of the supporters behind our back. Why can't we get this championship?
Okay, one more sentence. 现在世界聚焦于 CNFPS.
And now, the whole world gonna focus VCTCN FPS.
정말 많은 분들이
समझा मैं
있었다고
क्या
합니다.
बोल रहा है
형도 그렇고요, 가족들도 있었고요, 그리고 이 팀원들도 있었고, 그리고 무엇보다 중요한 거 이렇게 중국 리그를 응원해 주시는 분들, 중국에 있는 모든 팀들 그 모두가 하나가 되었기 때문에 이런 사람들의 응원과 그리고 관심이 있었기 때문에 어떻게 EDG가 우승을 안 할 수 있지 않을까 싶다고 얘기를 하고요. 거기다가 한마디 더 붙이겠다고 했습니다. 이제 전 세계가 중국의 FPS를 집중해서 볼 것이다 라고 얘기를 했습니다. 이어서 노바디 선수 만나보도록 하겠습니다. 이젠 그냥 노바디가 아니에요. 세계 챔피언입니다. 지금 이 순간 어떤 생각이 떠오를까요? Nobody? You're not a nobody. You're a world champion. What's on your mind right now?
Nobody 选手，虽然你的 ID 是 Nobody， 但你绝不是一个无名小卒。现在你是世界冠军了，有什么感受呢？
我从未想过这一天来得如此之快。我现在只希望今天晚上我睡觉，明天醒来，这不是一场梦。
I never think this day will come that early for us. I just hope today I go to sleep and tomorrow I get up. I hope this is not a dream.
이렇게 빨리 우승이란 순간이 올 줄 몰랐다고 얘기를 하고, 오늘 일단 너무 피곤하기 때문에 좀 잠을 푹 자고 내일 일어나면 이게 꿈이 아니기를 바란다고, 그 정도로 믿기지 않는다고 얘기했습니다. 이어서 치추 선수 만나보도록 할게요. 오늘 굉장히 많은 것들이 일어났고, 또 특히나 우승이라는 타이틀을 거머쥐면서 가족분들도 굉장히 자랑스러울 것 같습니다. 지금 이 순간 세계 정상에 서서 세상에게 어떤 이야기를 들려주고 싶을까요? 치추? A lot has happened tonight. You guys are the world champions. You made your family very proud. So while you're at the top of the world, what would you like to say to the world?
球球选手，今天你们获得了世界冠军，你让你的家人们都为你感到了骄傲。那今天站在这里，成为世界之巅的那个人，有没有什么话想要对全世界说的呢？
我觉得这个现在亚洲已经有不少队伍拿冠军了，我感觉就是整个亚洲不弱吧，而且不要小瞧我们。然后我觉得我的期待还有一个大师赛的冠军。
There are a lot of teams get to championship from Asia, so I think don't look down us. I mean, I still need one championship from Masters, I think.
From Masters, okay?
Yes.
이렇게 아시아 팀들이 챔피언스에서 좋은 모습, 저력을 보여주고 있으니까요. 다시는 이제 아시아 지역 무시하지 말고, 치추 선수 같은 경우에는 마스터즈 트로피 한번 들어보고 싶다고 얘기를 했습니다. 이어서 머글 감독님 만나보도록 하겠습니다. 감독님, 중국 지역의 첫 번째 트로피입니다. 올해 초 이렇게 선수들과 함께 일을 하게 됐을 때 이렇게 우승을 할 거라고 예상은 하셨는지, 그리고 도대체 어떻게 하신 건지 물어보고 싶습니다. Mogul first trophy for CN region as a whole. At the beginning of this year, did you expect this to happen, and how did you do it?
Margo 选手，这是我们 Margo 教练，这是我们 VCT CN 的第一座冠军的奖杯。那在今年年初的时候，你就有预想过我们会拿到这样的成就吗？以及你们到底是怎么做到的呢？
去年在洛杉矶看的那场决赛给了我很多力量，在那个现场，我当观众的瞬间，看到那个决赛的舞台，我当时就在想，我什么时候能站在这个上边，然后。 就是这个幻想，这个瞬间的无数个日夜吧，给了我这种力量，能让我跟这个队伍一起拿世界冠军。
Last year, LA champions, I was sit there like as an audience, and that moment, the grand final, and that moment gave me power. And the day and night, we working hard every day, and kind of using this kind of power, and with every teammates with me, and we finally get here.
사실 지난 LA 챔피언스를 지켜보면서 관중석에서 봤는데 뭔가 굉장한 동기부여가 됐고 뭔가 알 수 없는 힘을 느꼈는데요. 그때 느꼈던 그 감정 그대로 정말 여기 있는 선수들 그리고 감독님 모두 열심히 해왔고 또 그때부터인지 EDG의 힘을 키워가면서 오늘 이렇게 결승까지 와서 우승을 이뤄냈다고 얘기했습니다. 이렇게 해서 EDG 선수들 그리고 감독님 만나봤습니다. 다시 한번 박수 부탁드릴게요. Give it up one more time for our champions, EDG! Thank you, everyone, and that's not all. Stick around because in a couple of moments, we will be announcing our first Valorant's most valuable players. See you soon.
We will be indeed, but first, EDG, they did it!
What an insane series, all the way to 5. Abyss, like I said, it's the new split, only bangers on that map. Kong shatters 2 land kill records, dropping 111, 26 first kills. This is insanity.
I think also the people, the crowd were living every single one of the rounds that we were seeing. Yes, there was madness left, right, and center, but they worked so hard for this for such a long time. It is so good. It's so rewarding to finally see them achieve it.
The dream realized for EDG. When we first had Kong come onto an international stage in Istanbul, everyone was wondering why he had his name. He said it was to live out the dream that his brother had and keep his IGN in there with his own. And now he's done that. He's lived that dream, and he can say that he's a world champion.
He can indeed. He can indeed. He might even get another award. Who knows? Because we do have the first ever MVP award coming up here at Champs. There's been a few voters from a variety even members in our community, including on-air talents, co-streamers, members of the press, and more as well. What do they win, you might ask? They will be winning a custom designed and handcrafted bracelet by Gold Art, a local Los Angeles jeweler. Like I said, this is going to be a custom Champs branded, highlighted in a 22K gold inlay mixed with some diamond paved jewels. There's a prize.
All I'm saying is, I know of a player that just won a trophy that would rock that bracelet, because I have seen it. I've got a sneak peek of it, and I think there's someone, you know, that could do it justice.
Does his name start with Kong, maybe? And end with Kong
Z,
as well?
yeah.
No, it actually starts with a Z.
That's crazy.
I mean, like I said, a variety of the community voted. I'm very, very, very excited to see who will be the recipient of this award. So without further ado, let's send it back down to the stage for the presentation of the Champions Seoul MVP Award.
Leo and Anna to give the most valuable player award to 2024 발로란트 챔피언스 MVP는 콩콩! Congratulations, Kong Kong. That is the MVP award, the bracelet. Do you like it?
Yeah, of course. I think that's pretty cool.
굉장히
Wow.
마음에 든다고 하는데요.
있어.
Wow. That's my pleasure, I think. Yeah. Appreciate that.
네, 인터뷰 나눠보도록 하겠습니다. 캉캉 선수, 챔피언 타이틀뿐만 아니라 오늘 MVP까지 가져가게 되는데 반짝반짝 빛나는 게 참 예쁘네요. 지금 기분이 어떠신가요? 캉캉, not only are you the champions of 2024 Valorant champions, you're also the first ever Valorant MVP. I see the tears coming through now. So, how do you feel right now?
我觉得我现在的心情，我想用一首歌来描述一下。我从山中来，带着兰花草，家中无富贵，口袋无财宝。寒风中自古，情为好仕途。我的明月处，用兰花换金肤。
I want to use one song to describe my mood right now. I'm from a mountain, but I came with my family. I came without wealth, without any value. Maybe they are wind, cold, freezing me, but I'm still gonna working hard and insist to the end.
지금 캉캉 선수가 자신의 기분을 노래를 통해서 표현을 했는데요. 노래의 가사는 산속에서 멀리 가족도 버리고 부도 버리고 모든 걸 버리면서 나의 길을 가는데 비바람이 몰아치고 나를 힘들게 해도 나는 계속해서 나의 길을 걸어갔다라는 내용이라고 합니다. 그러면 이제 하나 받았으니까 앞으로도 몇 개나 더 받고 싶은지도 물어보도록 하겠습니다. You have one now. How many more do you want? How many more are you gonna get?
就像我跟我的兄弟们说的，我就刚刚张昭在哭嘛，问我为什么不哭，我说我们肯定不止这一个。对，就像我跟我哥说的一样，我跟我哥说的是，郑明佳，我肯定不止这一个，我还有更多。
Like I just said to my brothers, Smokey was crying. He asked me, why you're not crying? And I replied, because I know we are more than this. This is not only one for us. Like I said to my real brother, my older brother, I told you we're not only this. We are more than this.
It's just the beginning.
Yeah.
아까 선수들도 그렇고 스모키 선수가 울고 있을 때 살짝 팀원들이 물어봤대요. 왜 캉캉 안 우냐, 기쁘지 않냐라고 했는데 그리고 친형한테도 이렇게 전한다고 합니다. 지금 울지 않는 이유는 이 트로피 하나에서 그칠 EDG가 아니기 때문이라고 합니다. 이건 그냥 시작이고 앞으로 굉장히 많은 트로피들을 가져갈 거기 때문에 이건 그냥 시작이다라고 얘기를 했습니다. 이렇게 해서 캉캉 선수 만나봤습니다. Congratulations, 캉캉. Enjoy tonight.
Yeah, appreciate. Thank all of you guys. Love you guys.
And that's a wrap for us here for our VCT 2024. Thank you all of you for all of your support. We'll see you next year for VCT 2025.
Let's go. Bye bye, Chichi boys.
Is he not just the coolest, greatest person in the world?
He has 1 million aura. It's unreal.
I said it at Tokyo.
Finally,
I said it at the
हमने
start of
end
the
कर
day.
दिया
This is the best player in the world in every single metric. He's unhateable. He's just nothing but lovable. He puts up insane highlight reel plays on the biggest stage in a best of 5, going the distance, breaking records, and he's still humble at the end of it all.
And he puts on a performance in the server.
Literally.
And then goes out here, sings the song, hypes the crowd up. I mean, what can't this guy do? Such a deserving win for him.
And he pulls off the bracelet.
I don't think that there was a thing he could say or do on that stage that we'd be surprised if the people would not go crazy about him for such a long time. You will go to an international event, you go up against China. This is the man you want to go up against because of his attitude, because of what he does on the server. But he is also that guy. He is him.
He's an icon.
And he has defined his region. I mean, since the very beginning. Champs 2022, when we first saw a Chinese team play on the global stage, it was all about Kung Kung. 2 years later, when he lifts the first trophy with this EDG team, it's again about this player.
This is the cutest thing ever. He ran over to his teammates and be like, look what I got,
yo. Best believe I'm still bejeweled.
Still young, but yeah, this guy, he's got to get a solo trophy lifted, or he wants to do it again with the team. Either way.
What's crazy is he's a team player too, despite being so good. He's the guy building up his teammates, keeping them in that long, drawn-out final.
And again, that's kind of been the pivot that we have seen from EDG, that change that allowed them to unlock this potential to go this far, to be able to become champions. It was just not just about enabling Kong Kong to be that superstar player. It was about him really working alongside the rest of the team to bring them all up.
And just think about the rest of the year as well. I think that FBX had a few fair shots, right? They should have made it out of groups in Shanghai. I'm going to see 3,000 times. Trace making it out flawlessly out of the groups here. A lot of questions, but in the end, EDG had to become the first Chinese team to lift a trophy, and they had to be the champion.
And they did it in the first year of the VCTCN League.
Yes.
Which is insane. They were competing before that, sure, but this is the first year where the competition level at home has been high enough to push them, and you've seen how much they've grown because of it.
And where it's been regular as well, because previous to that, it's just playing in different tournaments and whatnot. But now they have the actual league, and they've been able to utilize that to improve. I mean, as you mentioned, FPX and Trace, we've just been seeing VCTCN grow insanely across this year, but it feels like EDG, we're growing at an exponential rate comparatively.
And what I love about these boys is every single time you ask them, you know, what would it mean to you to win a trophy? What would you like to say to the fans, etc., etc. They have always unanimously gone with this narrative of we want to be able to open a door for the region. We want to set an
आपसे कल, तब तक के लिए बाय बाय, सी यू सून। आज VCT का टूर्नामेंट यहीं पर एंड होता है, मिलेंगे कल, बाय बाय, सी यू सून। थैंक यू फॉर वॉचिंग माई स्ट्रीम, थैंक यू।